Yeah.
Look at that haunted
Can't
house.
wait to get everybody in your family an Alarmo.
Hey.
They gotta come with more than just red, though. That honestly, even if I was interested, I wouldn't buy a
You want
red
a
one.
green one? I mean, that's going to be the other color.
Dude,
It's going to be red,
as
green, or
stupid
green.
as it is, as stupid as a fucking alarm was, it's so sad that it's borderline as bare bones as the Switch is, man. Like, no colors, you got like 3 games and shit. Like,
Yeah,
come
what was
on,
it?
man. I
5
don't think it
games
even had
total.
Animal Crossing in it.
Yeah, but they're going to update it.
You
Oh,
probably
yeah,
have to
like,
pay.
what was
You
that?
probably have to buy
D-
DLC.
pay DLC for your
Yeah,
clock.
yeah, DLC for your alarm clock.
So yeah, stream just started. We're just talking about Alarmo and some of the the ridiculousness of it. I get it; it's based after Mario, the red, but it's like red. There's not a single red thing in my house, that would stop me from buying one even if I was interested. Like green
I,
isn't gonna help, but like I mean,
I
just
love red.
give a neutral color or something, or have you be able to change. But we were joking that you're gonna have to pay for the different music from different games as DLC.
It's going to be free.
But the games,
I love how you just assume that, man. It'll be free.
It's definitely going to be free. I guarantee you.
I don't think the games they chose, I don't think it's a very good selection or representation of like, I don't know, just like to me, like there's not. I mean, the
What's
breath.
missing?
I mean,
They have their most
they have,
popular
yeah,
games
but they have it like the
represented.
Mario Odyssey, not just like Mario music,
What?
but from all Mario
Most
games.
popular Mario game,
I
according
know.
to sales. That's when
I don't
everybody
even
plays.
trust. I don't even trust this fucking clock, man. Like I said, I've had important things. I set like double alarms and shit, and this motion sensor is gonna fucking wake me up. Like, yeah, okay, bro.
Like I'd rather have Super Mario
Uh,
World music than Super Mario
I
Odyssey.
wouldn't risk it. Well, maybe
You
that's
can
what's
just
going to
set
be.
that music on your phone anyway. Like I have Zero as my ringtone. Like like what do you need a clock
But yeah,
for?
but can your phone sense your movement,
Whoa.
motherfucker? No, it can't.
Hold
It
on, hold
can't.
on.
Can
It's
it?
not the same thing, man. It is not the same thing. It
It's
doesn't have
not the
the
same thing. It like if you take too long, Bowser start to show up. Get your ass up. Yeah, it's been 20
You
minutes.
think that's
bitch.
gonna help?
I mean,
I mean,
it's gonna help
I-
somebody. I mean, Jesus, like, wouldn't it be annoying to constantly?
The only thing that get me up if it started playing some trash Sonic music or something. Then I might have to get up, turn that off.
I mean, when it comes
If you're
to
a heavy
alarms,
sleeper, it may not do anything for you. But
when it comes to alarms, I literally, I've seen people, and maybe you guys do this, where they set like 15 different alarms for every minute, every 5 minutes, and it's like legit. That's like actually a lot of people. And for me, I set one alarm. I wake up immediately. That's it. It turned off, and I'm up.
I
So
set two.
Okay.
But I usually get
Just
up on the first
basic-
one anyway.
I don't
Yeah,
always get
yeah.
up. I usually just because my phone's my alarm. Then I just start browsing Twitter feed and YouTube. See what they.
Okay, but you're up.
You
though,
know what
you're up.
happens?
I'm not up. I'm
Eventually-
laying in bed, and I just.
No, but you're awake though, at least.
I still don't get up.
Eventually, you
These
start to
people
wake
getting
up.
instantly, man. I snooze like 5 times and shit. Like I don't care.
I think.
Well, I have. I mean, look. I mean, I think Retro knows. Well, well, actually, I don't know if I did this in when I was with you guys, but I play the Animal Crossing, some Animal Crossing theme to wake up. It's like this very quiet piano music that slowly gets higher, and I know a lot of people. I would just fall asleep to that, and I'm like, to me, it's like, I'm a very light sleeper, so once I hear
Yeah,
this
me
tiny
too.
little thing, I'm like, oh, I'm up. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
what my alarm is. It's on Apple. I don't know if any, but it's like a little harp and then ding 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 ding. And that's all I need.
Not when you were here.
I don't need Bowser screaming.
Remember, Robert and I like, man, is T gonna get up? Should we wake him up? It was a long day though.
We didn't yell at him or anything.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
jet
went in
lag.
there.
Come on, that's not fair.
Plus, there's a difference between being able to get up and wanting to get up at 6 fucking a.m.
Right, that's a difference.
It was like 9.
I had
Like,
nowhere to be. I ain't gonna put no alarm at no 7 o'clock in the morning. You crazy?
it was
I
fine,
I
but-
get up at fucking 6 o'clock every morning. Give me a break here on the weekend when I'm trying to have a vacation.
I didn't get
Jesus.
up till like
Yeah.
10 something on Saturday. I was just lazy. Maybe that was yesterday. But either way,
I just go
Oh,
to sleep,
10.
though. Yeah, I was gonna
That's-
say. I mean, to be fair, like,
that's pretty
I mean,
late.
there's plenty of people, especially that I know, that people wake up at 12 p.m.,
I'm a night dude, so
PM, 4
I can
PM, like, it
easily
doesn't
wake up
matter.
at 12.
I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
if
I
had
used
to.
man, I used to go to sleep at like 6, wake up at like 2 p.m. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
it
I
was
work
like,
night
I
shifts
didn't mind.
anyway, so I literally got up at like 9 p.m. today, so I don't know what else to say.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, everyone's different. Like in terms of sleep. Like that's not
But
even. I
even
don't even.
then, all that stuff considered, I remember joking with Robert. I'm like, I ain't getting this fucking clock. I'm like, I'll get it when it's $10. He's like, if it's $10, I'll get it for you. In my mind, this clock was gonna be like $30. Well, you guys said like $100 for a
I thought
fucking clock.
50 at most.
Yeah, like
I
Jesus
thought, bro.
Christ.
I thought you knew it was 100 because it was literally like
No,
it was
This
there.
shit
It was
has a
revealed.
radar, an animated screen, and
50
Yeah, I mean,
bucks.
it's got a lot. It
But-
has a lot more tech in
it's
it than
Nintendo. Like it's, I would say
you're
it
gonna
should
get alarm
be
clock
50
drift,
to
man.
60, but you can put the extra $40 Nintendo dollars on that. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it's just round and
Uh-huh.
red, and it's gonna have like Zelda music. I mean, like
It looks like
It's got a
that's
screen,
worth it.
right?
Zelda
I mean,
music, bro. Like it literally interacts to your movement and stuff. Like it has. There's more to it than just playing music.
yeah. Did you guys watch the video?
Yeah, like there's more. To
What
it
if you
and
don't have an ideal place for it to see you? Like my thing's
then
below
you
my
don't buy
bed.
it.
Then you don't buy the shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like it's very, very specific setup you need to have like.
Just-
No, I agree. Like I actually don't think I
have
could
a
do it. I
fucking
don't
thing
think I
for
could
their
do it.
beds. I don't know.
I don't
would
think I
think-
could do it, unfortunately. But
I
it
have
is what
to,
it is.
I have to buy a
Most
different
people have
bedside
a little-
table.
What do you call it? A little bedside table or a fucking
Yeah.
Glue it to your
a little
ceiling.
drawer?
Mine's like 8 inches below my bed, my table, because I
Look,
want
at the
the
end
tall
of the day,
bed.
they're not expecting to sell 10 million of these, so it's
No.
like
No, it's a little novel thing. It's not like, they're not expecting. Again, it's
they're not
But like
expecting.
like Juice and I, we have cats, for example. What's that? How's that gonna influence the clock? You know,
Bro,
like
bro, they're not expecting Terminator 2.
I know, but what about all the people with cats?
He was never gonna be in the market for this.
the difference between a grown ass man and a cat. I don't know. That's
It just feels
it's a
like
grown
a.
ass man with a Zelda alarm clock. What's the difference?
giant cat. What kind of cat you got? You got a tiger in your house?
I think
What kind
they're
of-
over.
That's what it is. Yeah.
It sounds like they're over engineered it for whatever reason. I guess to make it stand out more.
Well,
Just
yeah, I mean,
just make an alarm clock. You reach over, you hit snooze, or you get up. You know, like
That's boring.
yeah,
That's
but
not Nintendo.
But that's
Nintendo
not.
has the
Yeah, you want to
Nintendo.
make that cool little tech thing. Come on, there's nothing wrong with that.
What are we
I
complaining
don't
about
understand.
here?
I have no problem with this clock.
I
I
think
just
it's
think
stupid.
it's funny as hell, man. I have nothing against it. I just think it's like hilarious. But I just
I don't see
know,
what's
man.
considered.
they could have put this
stupid
time
about
and
it.
money into more games. Law.
Hey man, they've been releasing.
No
games, so we
one
don't have to
needed
say
this.
it.
Why? No one asked for an alarm clock.
You can't complain about
Well,
no game.
my
now.
thing is, I never like when people say no one asked for it, blah blah. That's always
No
a
one
dumb
needs
thing.
it. That's
And
what
I
they
think
say
right,
about it.
everybody
A
will
bunch
buy
of
it.
other
People
hardware.
apparently already selling
I just
fucking out
said,
everywhere.
There's a lot of people that are horrible at waking up and sleeping. Like that's actually a legit problem in the world. So to be fair,
People that are not
Yeah.
bad at waking up, they just want a cool little Nintendo device
Yeah.
to wake
It's
them up.
already like selling out everywhere that they pulled it off the site
I've
and then
seen a
instituted the
billion
raffle and
videos of
shit.
people unboxing this shit.
I don't.
It's
Yeah, I
selling.
mean, it was selling in Japan like that. I don't think in America it's going so crazy.
I've seen
or-
actually American people unboxing this shit.
They're like, let's play Alarmo and shit.
I was very happy to see that in the box was Ring Fit Adventure. I was like,
People
that's
like-
dope.
Sleep
That's cool.
testing it and all kinds of shit. Like, oh, all right, let's test it out, see if it works. And they set it,
Yeah.
and they wake up to it. Well, wake up.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't see what's the big deal. You know, they made some cool thing, and it's like in the end of the day, there's a product for everyone, and there's a product for everything in the world.
Nintendo's a
it's
toy
lit-
company at heart.
And at the
Yeah.
end of the day, like
I was
an
literally
alarm
about
thing,
to say that. People forget Nintendo wasn't just a game company.
Yeah.
and you forget about how Nintendo has health sort of things. You know, this kind of makes sense when you think about it. When you think about it,
this
it's like
their, what do they call that shit? The life,
their quality of life stuff.
quality of life initiative. That's
If this was the Wii U, I'd be like, oh
What is
yeah,
wrong
they're
with
just
it?
trying to get some extra revenue for the holidays. But I mean, I I'm guessing it's probably just like, what? Why not? You know, we got all this
Well,
money.
I don't know if you watch, the Kid and Krista stuff,
Nintendo doesn't say we need more money. Let's make an Alarmo.
That's what I'm
yeah, they weren't
saying.
thinking that,
Oh, in the Wii U era, that's hence the NES Super NES Classic. They just needed to find some ways
Well,
to
that's
try
a
to
big
make some money.
difference.
That's what I'm
You're doing an
saying.
alarm clock. Come on,
This
now,
was
hold on.
probably just like
this is a
just
passion
come
project
up with
for
something.
in the
Somebody
company.
come up with an idea. We got all that. We're making all this
No, no,
money.
no. This
Someone
is
come up with an idea.
And they cared so much
No.
about the NES and SNES Classic that they didn't even make enough of them motherfuckers. So
Also, this is apparently something they've been working on since like 2016 or something, but they just didn't quite have the thing like like for it to like the motion to like quite work, so they kept
yeah,
putting it on like the back burner. So
technology
clearly, it was a
isn't there
passion
yet.
project, but they're not just randomly making an alarm clock. This is clearly a passion project for somebody at the company.
That's why it's so crazy. I would have
Society.
been less surprised with this during the Iwata era, but right now it feels so strange for Nintendo to just be like releasing this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I'm happy about this shit. I'm like,
That's what I'm saying.
oh, thank God Nintendo is still Nintendo. They're still doing quirky ass left field shit. I love it.
Absolutely.
Because I was worried
Absolutely.
that they got too corporate and just too by the numbers and shit. That was what was worrying me.
I like seeing the weird shit, when they make it. I'm always down for that. Doesn't mean I'm always gonna
Maybe
buy all of them, but I'm always down to see what they do.
You're
Cool.
gonna be able to like fucking link it to your Switch too. I'm telling you that now. You're gonna be doing shit.
I don't think so, man. I think this is just a super separate thing.
It's a separate thing, yeah. I don't think
Has
it's
nothing to do with it. They'll have updates for like you say, for the games. Like they'll hey, we're gonna add some new music and animations and stuff. But other than that, like it is completely separate. There's nothing to do with anything. It's just hey, we
No,
we like alarms in general. Everything that you have right in the world. There's billions of people out there that have the potential to buy like my water bottle, right? How many water bottles do you think get sold in a year? How many alarm clocks do you think get sold in a year? There's a ton.
billion.
There's a need for every single.
I'd be
little thing.
curious
So
though.
just view
my
it as
cell
like
phone does everything. I don't need no alarm clock.
Yeah, like you don't need an alarm clock, but there's billions of people in the world. So it's like in the end of there, it doesn't matter.
I bet you alarm clocks have drastically
Christmas
dropped
is coming.
in sales though since.
Oh my God! Of course, just like any other thing.
No, I'm saying like I bet the demand for alarm clocks is probably like a fraction of what it used to be.
Christmas is
Nintendo,
coming.
They're getting a niche. They're
And you look at this clock. It literally looks like a clock from a cartoon. Like they pulled it out of fucking Toonville, and it came to life as a real clock. It looks like a cartoon clock.
It does.
And
it could be that they saw an audience for this based off their Pokemon Sleep app. Maybe that became so big they getting
Pokemon
data
Sleep
from that app and everything.
Well,
Yeah.
again, this has been
Sleep
working
app,
since
like literally like
2015, though.
analyzes the way you sleep and everything.
To be fair though, that Pokemon Sleep's been out for like less than a year. Like,
Oh yeah.
How long do you think they've been making this alarm clock? They said it's since like 2016. So it's like
They said they've been making this since 2016.
The whole Kid and Krista, they've been they used to work there. They've been having discussions about
video too, yeah.
It's crazy.
2016. Do you really think they could? But realistically, they're not gonna pitch a product, manufacture a product, create new technology in less than a year. It's not how any of that works. Like that shit takes years, you know what I mean? So it's
remember the vitality sensor on the Wii? Remember that thing?
They didn't actually release it in the U.S.
They never released it, right? But they were probably working on that bit for years, and you said.
And then they probably one little thing couldn't quite work, and then like, all right, well, we're not gonna if we can't go all the way, we're not gonna go all the way.
Yeah, they said it was only like 94%, 94% accurate. And they said that's not enough, and so they kind of got rid of it.
There you go. I just don't think it's not bad to the health market is a huge market, and so like even if you creep in a little things here and there, it's not a bad place to crack in.
It was just unexpected, that's for sure. Like somebody
Well,
said in the chat,
yeah,
where were the leakers? This thing's been working.
Yeah.
It was unexpected.
I haven't played it, but apparently the Until Dawn remake is getting pretty bad reception. A lot of people are just saying the original version's better. I don't know in what ways. I think we talked about it a little
Well, I
bit.
think people are saying, visually they think in a lot of cases they think the original looks better. And I would look, that original version looks fantastic, and I guess a lot of it takes place in dawn and then it creeps into night. If people don't like that either, like, why is it so fucking bright here? It's everything nighttime. And yeah, I mean, when you do something like that, that is a pretty drastic difference for a game that's
And apparently it had less players on Steam than Concord, so it's not a very good sign. I guess I didn't realize it was a full like remake. I thought it was just a re-release situation till the last couple weeks, and then I was like, man, I knew about it for a while. Just assumed it had come out and no one cared, but then it hadn't come out. Now it's come out and no one cares. And it's just like, what of all the games?
This and not Bloodborne.
Do you think they had to repay the actors to re-release it?
Yeah, well, yeah. There's licensing.
How stupid. It's probably the only thing that Hayden, whatever, I forget her last name, has done since the first one, or since the original release. But he got
she got a lot of money.
Dude won an Oscar since he was in it, and then
Rami Malek, yeah.
And it's like, how stupid was that? I don't know. It's just then the Silent Hill 2 remake seems to be better, or seems to be pretty good. Some people are saying. The diehards, of course.
It was a surprise.
Some
people
changes.
forgot or have never known how fucking incredible Silent Hill has been to begin with. Like,
I mean, I've
so glad it's
coming back. Like, huge praise. I've been seeing like, one of the best
game of the year talk I've been hearing.
Yeah, dude, it's getting crazy praise.
Yeah, huge praise.
So that's I don't know. Konami wasn't they're still the publisher, I'm guessing, but it was like Bloomberg something.
Blooper team.
Oh, Blooper, yeah, you're talking about Blooper team. I mean, I didn't really care for the medium, but
yeah.
Oh,
that's why
those
people
guys.
were like,
yeah, the medium
down
sucked.
on this game. They're like, this game has no chance. It looks like shit, and it's made by those guys. It's gonna suck.
I like Layers of Fear. I like Layers of Fear.
Yeah, so that
was a good game.
I mean, I would now say like, oh, that's like Nintendo with Illumination, but then Juice would just shit on it anyway. Like that's why it sucks. So I don't know.
Illumination does it? I mean, they're spotty.
What is
it? Yeah, they're spotty.
Who's Illumination? Why am I drawing a blank? Oh, we talking about the animation?
Mario movie.
Yeah, the movie. Okay.
Mario.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about video games still. Yeah, they don't have the best track record.
That people who has done only shit and all of a sudden make something incredible,
No, hold on. But Blooper Team doesn't make shit either. It's just.
I'd say the medium was close.
Make people uneasy.
It's
a lot of hype behind it.
Again, like Layers of Fear was well received. People enjoyed it, and then you had the medium, and people were like, "Meh." And then now you have Silent Hill, and people were like, "Damn, okay." Oh, and they also had
is the medium that one that you play like two things at the same time? Was it that one?
Yeah.
I did not play that one.
I was excited.
Should have been on Wii U.
I gave it a few. I forget how long I played it. A couple hours at least. I was probably in further.
I did play it in full, and I did not enjoy it.
It's one of those games where I'm like, why am I still playing this? Like, I don't even
That's an
care.
idea that actually would have been really cool for the
It was
Wii U.
a cool idea.
Happy world on the bottom screen, and then that would have been awesome.
Yeah, unfortunately, it'd have to be a better game.
Why would you think of that kind of shit, Nintendo? Huh? Why would you think of that?
Hey man, I'm glad they didn't think of it. It was
a giant robot.
They've been too busy building alarm clogs.
They're too busy making better games than the medium, man.
The Wii U was dead when they started that already.
When's the last time Nintendo was Geist like the last time Nintendo published like a horror game?
A horror game? Well, they
not
horror, but Emio.
Yeah, but in between, what was anything in between?
Luigi's Mansion 3. I don't care what anybody says. It's a horror game, man.
Oh, you talking about a horror game? Like just
I was talking about like a horror game.
Ain't no horror game, man.
I tell Luigi's Mansion is a horror game. It's just not as
it's spooky walking around in the dark.
Scooby Doo shit, right? Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
It was horror.
Actually trying to scare.
just because it's
People don't
light,
get
just because it's
chopped to
light.
death.
It wasn't. You
like,
weren't.
no.
You were watching
You're-
Luigi in a
Nobody's
horror.
scared of
You
no
weren't.
Scooby-Doo.
The game's not actually horror.
I'm scared just because I'm not scared of any horror games, but then, I mean any horror like movies stuff. But like
No
I'm
one's
not-
scared of
Don't
Luigi's
play dumb
Mansion.
now. No, come on now.
No
You
one's
know the
scared of
difference. You know what the
Luigi's
goddamn
Mansion.
difference is.
No.
Don't be
That's
playing
the
stupid
measurement.
now.
Fatal Frame. That did they publish that?
Yeah,
Yes,
over here.
in Japan they did.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a horror
in the US,
game.
right? What did it?
Maybe in the, I don't know. Maybe the US one too.
At least obviously the Wii U version.
That's a horror game.
The Wii U one. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Made in Blackwater. That is that is a creepy game, but the scariest like I've ever felt playing a game was in Zombie U going into that damn school with the like.
Zombie U, bro.
The scariest I ever played was Luigi Mansion 3.
Shut the fuck up.
Eternal Darkness, boy. That
I
game
was
had me
terrified.
shook. Eternal Darkness. That's probably the scariest game I played.
That
It was
nuts
creepy
the
for
whole
sure,
time.
but like legit like fear, borderline fear
I'm
with
talking
Zombie
about-
U.
To me, what's scary is when, all right,
Really?
I'm done watching it and I'm still looking around. Like,
Yeah.
that's
To
what's
be fair,
scary to me.
If we're talking about like what I thought was the scariest, it would have been Project 05, Fatal Frame.
That was pretty
Like
creepy.
what?
Oh,
That was
yeah,
fucking terrifying,
Yeah.
man.
Just some of the things if you think about. Oh, they just put they put her in like this casket filled with water or casket alive and then sunk her
Horrifying.
down into the lake and shit. And yeah, it's just what they did. And then the people just go in the woods and commit suicide. Like that was a damn creepy ass game. And
Yeah, that went far.
the atmosphere
say-
was really good. Like it didn't visually on a technical aspect, you could see the flaws if you really like looked up close. But for what it tried to do,
I
it
mean,
was really
visually, it
successful.
looked really fucking
That's what I'm
good,
saying.
though. I
Like
think it gets some
technically,
credit
if
for that.
you could find like the leaves and all the foliage was just like 2D if you like got close.
Yeah,
to
but
them,
you still have that today, like fucking grass and horizon, basically like shit whopping around and shit. You know what I mean?
That's not quite the same.
But I would say the scariest game, probably of all time, is Bubsy 3D.
Man,
I never played Silent Hill 2,
It's so bad. How could it be
The
that
original.
bad? It's-
but I heard Clocked
I
it said
heard,
that
like,
was
the
too scary.
creepy stuff. Yeah. I mean, for me, like
Silent Hill
my-
games are fucking scary as shit.
yeah.
I'll always say this. Probably the scariest that I can remember, like the creepiest, because like I don't get like scared by horror movies or anything, but horror games is when in order to progress, you have to move, you have to do
Mhm.
something, or else you're
Right,
not
you
gonna
gotta-
do it. And you're like, oh shit! So it's like way more intense, and the biggest one is Amnesia Rebirth. I'll always say that one, and
Ooh,
it's they have it where you're in a.
I haven't played
one of
that
the
yet. I
parts-
haven't. I haven't played it.
You're in a maze. And you have some dude like chasing you while you're in a maze, so you don't know where you're going, but you're constantly hearing, and you're like, oh my god, and you're like, literally, I mean, it was literally like hairs on my back sort of thing, where you're just like constantly like, oh my god, where am I going? Why am I? And then you just hear like this dude just in some direction, he's somewhere, and it's like, ugh, that was creepy.
The
Resident Evil-
craziest thing is that nobody mentioned a Resident Evil game.
Well, Resident Evil 7, I was just about to say, literally, I got the RE power. Had some creepy moments.
Yeah, no,
I've
I mean,
always said
I mean,
Silent Hill
Resident
is
Evil
scarier
Village-
than Resident Evil, man.
Yeah, it's always been.
Resident Evil Village, I would
That's
say
because
the
you-
whole, the
you
baby
got-
thing.
Yeah, that was
Like
pretty
you-
creepy.
You can't really fight. You got no weapons. That's what makes this shit scarier. You know,
Mhm.
like Resident Evil, you can just put a bunch of lead into those.
And the
bitches,
originals
man.
were
I
so
was say-
campy, like they're so
Right.
silly with the dialogue and
Well, I mean, for me, I
acting.
only played in the originals was Nemesis, and I mean, I wouldn't call it scary, but it was intense because when
Yeah,
somebody-
Nemesis chasing your ass the whole game. Yeah,
whenever
Fuck, in
someone
that
was
case-
chasing you-
Metroid Dread is fucking dreadful.
yeah, yeah,
That
I
shit-
mean,
that shit's scary too to me sometimes.
Those chase scenes are intense, man.
they get
Yeah.
intense. They get intense, absolutely. Yeah, that's true. That one too.
I'm trying to think.
Um,
I know Maid of Blackwater is a good example of like, yeah, I know I have to do this in order to like get further in the game, but I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to go in this building. Like Zombie U with the school. Like, I don't want to go in there.
I mean, I'll say Alien Isolation is also very intense when you're like
Man,
ducking
that's
between
fucking
things.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit.
I like when I end up getting scared in the game that I wasn't expecting it. Like, you guys don't know these games. I don't know the damn name of the game. I'm talking about you don't know.
he doesn't even know it.
The Longest Journey, Dreamfall chapters, and all that stuff. Like, there's some legitimately creepy moments in that game, but it's not like a horror game or anything. So,
Hmm.
I like when games surprise you like that. little section or something creeps
Yeah,
you
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. There's definitely actually.
Damn, I just
Never
had
mind,
another
yeah,
one. Dead Space was a good one. Yeah. The
Oh, Dead
first time I
Space.
played Dead Space, that was like one of the first games that really utilized 5.1 surround sound like proper. I know in GameCube they had, and the previous generation had surround sound support, but it wasn't as accurately placed. And just every hallway you go down, you hear something scurry around in
Yeah, it
the.
didn't have the sound quality.
Yeah, and it's like
also.
all of a sudden you just hear like a clunk in the in above you and like the pipes and stuff, and you heard that. And a lot of times it was nothing. Sometimes an enemy would drop down behind you. So I can't believe I forgot that one. Thanks to 7 Moments for bringing that one up, because that was pretty creepy. I mean, The Last of Us, the first game when you were first surrounded by the clickers and like that underground, it was like
Yeah, I'll go with that.
that was pretty creepy. I mean, by the 20th death, where I was trying to find my way through it, stopped becoming scary.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out the best way to go. But the first time, I was like, holy shit, where you actually feel like you gotta try to make no noise, because like it's just tense more than scary, I would say. But
yeah,
overall,
well, that's why there's I mean, I know Alien Isolation did this, but I think there's like a new Quiet Place game that's coming out, and they have it where it's your microphone, but like at least for Alien Isolation, Alien Isolation to connect, if you made noise, it would it would actually like the alien would start to find you and hear you from your noise that you're making. But my thing is always like, I don't know, I'm not making noise while playing games. Even if something like pops up, I'm not
if your dog barks, like
That's what I was saying. Like, I guess it'd have to be only like surround sound, like surrounding people or like messing you up. But other than that, like I'm not going
Yeah.
So I don't know how. I'd be curious to see who would die in that.
Streamers make those kind of reactions, like people are playing the game.
There's,
trying to entertain, but yeah,
it's true, because Robert doesn't have strong emotions like crying and yelling and stuff.
Again, that's fake. No one goes. But also, that's not exactly, because actually I do have some older videos where I did play a horror game and I go, oh god. So to be fair, I think it especially if
like
you're
an old man.
If I was like probably 17, but it's technically.
But to be fair, it's not made to like react to your jump scares, but it is kind of like sounds are gonna affect you, so you're kind of gonna be more quiet, and maybe you knock something over, or there's a noise behind you. It is kind
I guess
that.
it adds up, little things that I guess it doesn't expect to happen all the time, but when it does, it's like, oh.
It is kind of like, I know I watch too many reaction channels, but the ones there's just a few times this pretty popular channel, her sister is so like legitimately afraid of that stuff. Like they can't even watch, like I forget what movie it was, something that's not even like even remotely, you wouldn't think anyone would even think it was even remotely scary. Like she had to leave the room. She was just like terrified. And I'm just like,
what? There's a lot of people
with the
that,
lights
like,
on, I mean, it's like middle of the day. It's like I just can't believe people get that scared by the movies.
People get out very, very
people
scared.
are fucking just creeped out easily.
I know.
Scared.
Yeah.
But it's
people can't go to sleep then, and hey, look, everyone's got their fears.
I still have dreams about Freddy and Jason, and I watched those movies when I was usually getting chased.
See, Freddy,
they're not scary, but I mean, 30 years later, still damn shows up occasionally a couple times a year in a dream. I'm just like, what the hell?
A couple times a year is crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I haven't had those kinds of nightmares.
I had a couple times.
My nightmares are usually like, I go to school and I didn't study for the fucking test.
No, I have nightmares still though, like genuine, like something happened, like oh shit.
The scariest.
I just bought $250 in groceries and I forgot my wallet.
the most scared I've ever been during a dream. I was at my parents' house. I was sleeping in my bed in the basement, and in my dream, I was sitting in the kitchen dining room area, and it felt so real. It's the most real dream I've ever felt. And I'm eating like pie or something, and this was 30 something years ago, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. And I'm sitting at a little bar, and then to my right back is like the entrance, and it was night, and I look over, and this just creepy witch-looking lady, just long gray, scraggly hair, just nasty, creepy face, and she just starts walking slowly towards me, and I'm like trying to shout. My parents are in the other room watching TV, and I couldn't talk. It's the typical couldn't scream, couldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And she's getting closer, and I'm just like, I'm gonna die. Like I thought, like legit, thought it was real. I thought I was gonna die. I woke up, and as soon as like I woke up and felt the bed, I'm like, how did I think that was real? Like it's so obvious that that wasn't real. Like being awake is
special effects.
like being awake, it's so obvious that hey, this is real. But I was so scared. I was sweating. My heart was racing. I've never been more scared since then in my life. That was the scariest.
What?
Well, hey man, the brain is a powerful machine, man.
Yeah, the brain can be crazy.
And then my parents never locked the door. That's probably why that came, because they wouldn't even lock the door. I'd have to go lock the door at night.
I think now I'm not scared. I don't get nightmares or any of that stuff now because I know everything is bullshit. But when I was younger, I believed in a lot of stuff. So it was harder. It was easier to scare me and make.
Yeah, that's why I always had like nightmares when I was a kid. The problem is when I was a kid, I would feel everything in my nightmares. That's why I was so afraid. Like I would get a nightmare where I was fucking tortured, and I would fucking feel it.
Really.
I don't have that anymore as an adult. But
you guys?
I was gonna say what they call them, night terrors. I used to get those fucking all the time. And if you don't know what they are, it's you're awake, but your body's asleep. So you can't move and shit. And because of that, you get paranoid. And I used to hear like fucking like beast sounds and shit. And I can open my eyes, or I can partially hear what's going on in the room around me. Like I can hear like my mom passing by. It was the creepiest shit. I used to get them all the time. And in my mind, I thought I could feel like fucking a beast over me. Like
yeah,
it used to scare the shit out of me, kid. I used to hate going to sleep over that, and not no damn Freddy. Yeah. I wasn't worried about Freddy being in my nightmares. I was worried about having night terrors and shit. Yeah. So,
did you guys ever have any that's kind of a reoccurring? I had the same reoccurring one all the time. Same thing. I slept in the basement, and when I was a kid, we had this extra room, which became my theater room when I was living at my parents' house. And there was a closet, just like a walk-in closet, where we stored a bunch of Christmas decorations and different stuff. And my freaking older brothers called it Herman's Closet, said there was a ghost in there. And at the end, there was a coat rack and a bunch of jackets and stuff hanging up there. They said his door was behind there. And when I was little, I thought it was so scary. But I go in there. I lived, my theater room was down there, I lived down there. I wasn't scared of it. Almost, I would say at least once a month, I'd have a dream and everything be fine. I'm walking up the stairs and all of a sudden I start getting pulled. And I'm like holding on to the railing. I get pulled into into Herman's room, but nothing ever happened beyond that. It was just getting pulled down. It scared the shit out of me every time.
It was like a great horror movie title, man. Herman's room. Like,
I'd be so mad because sometimes in the dream I would get mad at myself. Like, why the fuck does this keep happening in my dream? Let's just walk up the stairs. Like, what the hell? And it was like,
there was a sitcom by the name of Herman's Head. Which,
yeah,
that's all I could think about, and that's hilarious. It was basically, what's that movie with the girl, the emotions, the animated film, all the emotions are talking to each other.
Oh,
Inside Out. Is it Inside Out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Herman's Head was way before Inside Out. There was a TV show. It was a sitcom, and you could see all the guys' different emotions.
See, I remember
they were being his head. It's pretty cool.
I remember really the cool title, concept. But I don't remember that what it was about. I didn't.
Oh no! It was basically Inside Out, where you could see all of his emotions inside of his head. Like he'd walk up on a woman, and then like his like, what's the emotion? Well, I guess what would you use for that? He'd be like, oh yeah, and the other emotions are trying to calm him down and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious. It was a great.
Was it
premise.
The same actor, or was it different actors playing his different?
It was a bunch of different actors.
Huh? That sounds familiar. The name sounds familiar, but
look it up. Herman's Head. It was a great TV show. I think it was like a couple seasons. I don't think it lasted more than that.
Any ghost encounters? Anybody? Any real life ghosts?
This is the Halloween episode. I
Yeah,
don't know.
might as well.
I used to, man, when
We got one more week or two, but
back in I mean back in it was only like maybe 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I was like 18, 19. Me and some friends would just go to like haunted places in New Jersey, like not like haunted houses, but like we would just look up supposedly spooky places, and it was like a good few months we did this. We would just be late at night. We're like, let's go. So the one dude would drive, and we go to like the Devil's Tree, and this Devil's Tree, like apparently if you touch it, like you get cursed or whatever, and it's very like people are like super superstitious about it. The one guy was like, don't touch me when you touch that. I'm like. And I took a photo with that. I smiled, and I started touching him. He's like, "No, do that." And then we went to like, I don't know. Technically, I think it's technically trespass. I don't even know. Like we're like walking along like these like train tracks, and then because there's this like deep section where you could go with some weird thing, and it's just funny as hell. And same with like these like weird little ruined structures, but no ghost ever. We would always just go to some creepy places. That was just a lot of fun to do, and
except there's my ex-girlfriend was obsessed with the Ghost Hunter show, and it's so stupid. They'd be like, before, like leading up to a commercial, hello, anybody there? And then they'd like show them like freaking out, like somebody answered, and then you come back from the commercial, and they're like, did you hear that? Yeah, I heard that. Of course, it didn't get picked up on the microphone, or if it did, it sounded just like somebody going,
look, the lights are blinking. Something
it's so dumb, and they did it for like 10 seasons.
Did you watch Red Alert Media recently?
No,
because they it's funny because the guy Mike on there, he's like the guy that's really interested in ghosts and all that kind of stuff, and so they recently did an episode where they went to a haunted house, and they wanted to debunk everything, and it's the most hilarious. And they got all the same equipment and everything that these guys use, and they went, and it was pretty hilarious.
I bet.
Because nothing happened.
Like I've never had
he
like
spent like $1,000 on like equipment that all those guys use.
Yeah, because that shit is expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive if you start getting everything.
Did you know?
I've never like seen like a real ghost or anything, but I've told this story on my old channel.
You've never seen a real ghost?
Well, but when I was a kid, because we were talking about nightmares. When I was a kid, I had a dream where my family was sitting in the living room. I walked down the stairs. It's all dark. I just see like what you see in the movie. You see the glow of the TV like bouncing off everybody and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this commercial on this thing on TV. This creepy ass scene where these people like on the dying earth, they're breathing from the last tree from like this glass dome and shit. And I was like 8 or something when I had that dream. And then I made a video about it. When I was 18, I was home. I was cutting class. I didn't go to school. And like this fucking exact commercial came on TV, the exact fucking one. And I swear to God, I saw it in my dream when I was 8, and I saw it again there. And I saw it on TV once, and I never saw it again. And it's been bothering me for like fucking 20 years. And actually, Roy Relapse, because I talked about it often. I always tried to find this commercial. He fucking found this commercial for me like, what, 2-3 years ago now, and I watched it again. I got fucking goosebumps watching that shit again. It was like crazy.
Nice.
So you remember Jessica Chobot from IGN?
But of course.
She was in Michigan a couple months ago for some paranormal convention. Like she's all into that stuff. I was just like,
Nice.
The one where she had took the picture with the saxophone guy.
Mm-hmm. So Sault Ste. Marie, it's in, I'm not exactly sure exactly where it's at. I feel like it's on the east side, but it must be a town because they have like a Bigfoot, like carving like statue and stuff. And I was just like, I don't know if that covers like ghosts and stuff, or is that just everything, like from UFOs? I'm not sure exactly what it entails, but it's just crazy what people believe and get into and stuff. It's like,
I mean, look, in the end of the day, like I said, I had fun exploring those haunted houses. So I get the appeal of just like the idea of it, where you're just like, oh, let's go and just do these random like.
It's the mind, though. Most of that stuff.
I don't believe that there's anything there, because so far nothing's happened. But
so far nothing's happened.
Hey man,
when is the last time you spoke to your friend that you touched with the cursed tree? Maybe
Oh,
he
that's too
died
long, man.
years
That's too
ago.
long. No, it hasn't been years.
You go into a situation where it's set up that this is a haunted house and 30 people were murdered here, and blah. Your mind is already there. So all it has
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
one little thing has to happen. Oh, something fell off the lock, and it's oh my god, that's it, that's the
Yeah.
ghost. 'Cause you're all like it's a setup. It's like a magic
Yeah.
trick, right? Like you expect a certain thing to
Yeah.
happen, and you
But
think
it's
you
like
saw
you're in this,
magic.
because you're in this old ass fucking house that's breaking down, and then
Yeah.
you're totally quiet. If there's a ghost, let's see if there's here something. Chances are something's gonna make a fucking sound.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of those places also make money, so like they're meant to also do something,
Yeah.
you know,
Some
to
of that
make
shit's
it like,
probably
"Whoa."
animatronic rigged and shit. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
A
Yeah.
movie that
But
I
that's
seen.
fine. I have no problem with
It's a grand
that.
old time.
I think
It's a
that's
grand old
actually
time.
cool. Just do your thing.
Yeah.
And as far as
Cool
like
with me.
scary movies and stuff, most of the time, like this is one of my biggest complaints about the whole genre, is it takes almost every like scary movie or horror movie needs at least one or two instances of characters as being doing the completely dumbest shit that makes no sense. I'm not just talking about run upstairs, run out the car. Just like the most, it angers me. I don't get scared at those movies because I'm usually just mad at like why would they do that? Why would that like the
Yeah.
The
Quiet
thing
Place?
is, though, Juice, like
It's so
again, like
stupid.
you say that, but I'm telling you, people would absolutely do the things that horror movie people do. And one of the funniest videos on the internet they always say is this video of this guy with the alligator. I might have just sent this to you, and like he does every single horror movie trope like he does with this alligator. Like he's filming this alligator, and instead of just okay, I clearly shouldn't
people
go
do
close to this
stupid shit
alligator.
all the
And he's
time.
like, oh, he starts getting closer. He's like, oh my god, and then the guy goes, and he runs and he falls.
Yeah.
Just like in a horror
Yeah,
movie.
following's
And he's like,
different, but I'm talking about like people like making decisions
yes,
before
imagine-
something bad happens and stuff, you know.
I'm telling you, people would. There are so many people that would do the
Well, I
things
was gonna
that they
say-
do in horror movies.
What did I see recently? It wasn't a horror movie that people were just doing dumb shit after dumb. And I'm like, oh yeah, it was Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah. That
It's
is
The Lost
like
World
you're
Jurassic
sitting
Park.
there, and all these people are like the top of their fields, and they just do the dumbest shit.
don't even touch a blade of
Repeatedly.
blade of grass. You could mess up the entire whatever
Right.
ecosystem. She goes up and pets a frickin' baby dinosaur. Like, it's like,
What are you doing?
it's so stupid.
So because there was one I tried to watch some more horror movies recently, and I hate ghost movies because I don't know, I did always jump scares. But so I started watching all the fucking Conjuring movies. And
First one's good.
Most people know the Conjuring shit, but basically these people have a room with the most haunted, cursed, evil shit. To them, in that universe, it's real. There's real spirits in there. It's real devils. It's demonic. So they have it all locked in a room. And then they have people babysitting over at night. And they have like 5 locks on this room. But in my mind, you know, the wife would get a key, the husband would get a key. Once they get together, then you can open the door. You need
Right.
both. But no, they have like 5 locks. There's one set of keys that they just have laying on their desk when they're not home.
Exactly.
Like, why is this a thing? That's not even.
Right.
That's just a stupid shit that makes fucking no sense.
Well, I mean,
I
to
don't
be
even
fair,
believe
though,
in. I don't even
the
believe
guy-
in ghosts. I wouldn't do that.
But you know,
But
the
you
part
said
that's
that.
believable.
If you're living in your own house, you might not think about.
I was
like,
gonna
well,
say you say that, but you
I
have
might
people
not
that
do it.
leave. They have the firearms in their house with kids, and they leave that shit unlocked. Or
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like all this shit is real and happens. in
Here's
real
the
life,
here's
man.
the one that kills me is the Quiet Place. It's like, all right, the child was like 4 years old in the beginning. First, they're just letting them. I mean, this kid's not aware enough and old enough to know not to like make noise and knock stuff down anyway. They're just letting him wander free in this pharmacy. He finds a toy that makes noise. They catch him just in time, so he takes the batteries out. He sets them on the table, sets the toy on the table, and both the parents just walk out and leave this 4-year-old kid by himself. In that world, there's no way in hell parents would leave their kid like. And then he's like 30, 40 feet behind them. They're just walking, not even checking, see the kid's still there, and he puts the batteries back in. I'm like, that parents deserve to have their kid killed, and like that was my thought. I'm like, this is the beginning of this movie. I said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so stupid. Like in that why take the time to set up that world and those rules, and then just like you couldn't come up with a better way for this kid to done something like it's just to me that's just lazy bad writing. It's like they couldn't
It's
come up with a
lazy
better
writing.
way to have that kid get killed in the beginning of the movie. Like it's just
It's lazy writing.
and then the whole movie was that. There's a couple good jump scares. It's amazing sound design. It's like I don't think I played it for
And I love
Robert.
that movie. I
Oh
love,
yeah,
I
you were
love
here.
the
Robert,
two
you
movies
heard
are
I played a
great.
little demo for you while you were
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And
So
it's
both
like
movies I think are great.
second movie I thought was pretty good, but yeah, that's where I just the scariest movie honestly, one of the more it's more creepy is It Follows because it's the most it's low budget, shot in Michigan, which doesn't have to do with why I like it. And it's just like the idea that this thing could just appear anywhere as somebody walking slowly towards you at any moment. Like it's just
I have it laying right there because I want to watch it again. It's one of my favorite
it
horror
is
movies
it's
in the
so
last
good.
fucking 20 years. I've always said I hate jump scares and loud sound. It's not real scary. And when It Follows came out, it's like there's no jump scares, no loud sound. It's like something slow in the daylight walking towards you. It is scary as shit. It's so
That's all you
good.
need.
It's such
Well,
a
yeah,
good fucking movie.
that's my biggest problem with horror movies is that horror movies is such a hit or miss genre where sometimes you have like, damn, that was awesome, but there's so many more like that was whatever. That was pretty.
The
That
only
came out
scary
10
movie
years ago
Because
too.
of jump
that
scares.
scare me.
Because of jump scares are ridiculous. I hate them.
The only one that scared me are the ones that I'm like, oh shit, that shit could happen to me.
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of horror movies. I'm like, well, I wouldn't be dumb enough to be in the woods at that time. I wouldn't do that dumb shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that scare me are like the fucking pandemic movies. Like oh shit, that could happen. That kind of happened to us.
But it almost happened.
Or even World War Z. I'm like, I hate the movies that have the fucking jump scare zombies. Like you're rummaging trying to get supplies and you're in a fucking grocery store or something and a fucking zombie jumps out of nowhere. Like that wouldn't happen. If zombies they fucking slow, they lumber. You're gonna hear them before they come. I hate jump scare zombies, and there was a lot of them in what was that Land of the Dead, Romero movie, which was with John Leguizamo and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, they're a bunch of lumbering ass zombies. But what scared me about World War Z was like, all right, these are fucking rabies zombies, and they fucking run.
That made
like
it
Usain
so good.
Bolt. Like they're track stars, and I'm like, you're done at that point. There's no, we're not gonna make it. If we have zombies like that, or the ones like in I Am Legend. Like you're done.
Well, I
This
really
world will
like
not survive.
this year, or I mean, even I know last year Talk to Me is a great horror
I haven't
movie.
seen it yet, but I heard it
Oh
was
yeah,
good.
I forgot I was gonna pick that up.
It's a great horror movie that, again, doesn't rely on jump scares and
I
all
have
that.
nobody
It's
to watch
very
it with.
unique concept in terms of what it is.
What's it called?
But also Talk to Me. And I really like that movie a lot.
Those YouTubers.
Yeah, and then another horror movie that I really enjoyed this year was the first Omen. I was surprised that I was like, I don't know.
Oh, really? I heard
I
it
got
sucked.
pretty good reviews.
Yeah, where'd you hear it sucked? I've heard
from people that I know. That
okay, yeah.
it's probably maybe they're too attached to the original one. Maybe that's.
I
what
haven't
it is.
seen the original.
Talk to Me is only $11.99 on 4K.
For me, like that movie was super cool because there was like barely any. There was like maybe a couple of jump scares at all. It was mostly just atmospheric, like atmospheric intensity, and some of the like really brutal imagery, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Like I was not expecting to. Like I went in with thinking, I'm not even gonna care about it.
Yeah,
and then I came out of it like,
they used to scare the shit out of me because I was a lot more religious when I was younger. The Exorcist, fuck me. I still can't watch that movie to this day. It's so creepy to me. Like when she's in the bed and the fucking demon's next to her and she's doing this, I'm like, nah, I'm out. I can't. Their head spinning around and like, bruh, I can't do it. Because again, that's based in reality. I was a young kid who went to church every week, and so it was like that's something that's real to me. That could happen, So that's what scared me so much about that movie. It's like,
well, I mean, I think in terms of modern horror movies, I love a lot of the A24 stuff.
Did Maxine come out yet, or?
Yeah, that was really good. Oh, I don't know if it came out on
I feel like I saw.
I just saw a preview for it on something. Like Max or something.
It's on one of the streaming channels. I
just saw the ad for it. It's coming out Friday.
Then also, I always say, It Comes at Night is a really good one. I really enjoy it from A24. That one I love, and that one's like there's like you don't really see anything, but it's just a constant
Evil Dead.
air of something like happening, but nothing's really happening. It's great. I enjoy the movie a
Evil
I
lot.
Dead
was
ain't
like those.
scary.
I was like those like realistic horror
It's just
movies where
funny.
people get like stuck in the ocean without a boat, or like stuck on like a
Yeah, like I
ski
said,
element.
realistic
Like the
shit.
real shit. That's scary, man. Like what you
Or
said, the stuff that could
Alive.
actually happen to
Well,
you.
like
The plane crash in the Alps and shit.
Yeah, stuff like that, man. That
That's
is some
just
scary shit.
the
that shit's frightening.
Zodiac movie could have been a lot scarier. Just I felt it dragged
Zodiac.
out too long. Like it just the movie was just more about the not the killer. It was more about the people's lives that were basically wasted trying to solve it. But that had a creepy and just the dude. They're out by the water, kind of like where Robert by my house, where we went walking up on that lake. It was kind of like that. It was supposed to be in San Francisco, and the dude just walks up wearing this mask, this weirdo, and just has a gun and ties him up. And it's just like that really happened. I'm not sure exactly every detail. I think the person survived, so that's why they could retell it. But then he's just acting weird, and then all of a sudden he just starts stabbing the dude while after he ties him up, just stabbing him and his girl. And it's just that's creepy. Like broad daylight, this weirdo just actually did that to people. Like that to me is genuinely scary because it's it actually happened. Like that's way more scary than, especially when they show like a creature after the build up and it's just like that's not scary looking. Like I'd rather just be something like that than some ridiculous CG monster or something that they.
I thought The Thing was pretty scary.
That was
the original.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say the original one, but the one that everybody.
You mean the remake? Yeah, I know what you mean.
The remake from.
A lot of people don't know
80?
that there is an original.
Yeah, the original one was called The Thing from Outer Space, but The Thing.
This is a unique.
79 but that one was like
practical effects still hold
because the effects were it was all in camera effects, but also the psychological shit, like who's the fucking thing, and you're all sitting around trying to figure out who's who. Like
it still was like what
not.
The hell, what
like that shit was crazy.
Something people talk about.
This is another movie that I think T would maybe enjoy because it's a low budget like horror movie. It's called Stop Motion. It's literally about this like stop motion artist, and it blends like horror with like stop motion. Like
I still have it written down because you told me about that one.
And I think I told you it's generally really good and super unique, low budget, just there's some creepy imagery that goes on in that, but it's especially like very like the mental state of this dude is very cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. Stop motion, definitely recommend.
Paranormal Activity. That's one of the most frustrating movies.
That was just so frustrating.
My buddy's girlfriend just like, oh my god, it's so good. I saw it last night, and she like begged us to go see it again. And I'm like, it's just a couple arguing. They're just arguing this whole movie. Yeah, there was one creepy moment with the little 3-fingered footprints in the whatever flower or whatever they put in the attic. But I gotta say,
what do they call them? Those
found footage.
They never do anything for me. Those all.
I was like mad that we wasted time and money watching it, but I gotta say, after they left and I turned the lights off and I went to bed, I was thinking about the damn thing in the attic with those little footprints in the flowers. Like, god damn it! The movie was so stupid.
Talk about found footage. The one that I did like that it would not be a lot of people's cup of tea, but I know also I think it was Rob Rule to review that saw this one. It's called Skinamarink. This was legit. Actually, I didn't think about it. This is like the most I was like creeped out in a theater. I saw this movie alone. It was an empty theater, not a single soul in it. So I'm watching this, and it's literally like almost you can't even see. Like it's like a kid with a camcorder, and he's walking around, and you could barely see things. Everything's very fuzzy. It's like literally like 90s home video type thing, and then
that's how you save on the visual effects.
And it's again, well, no, but it's like and also like a
that's smart. I'm a
$15,000 budget, some super small budget. And I thought it was great, and it was genuinely like you would hear just like you hear what is he like? Is that who's that? Is that his mom talking? Is this a dream? Like what's? And it was like more questions, and I that was actually like I'm like watching this like it's kind of intense. And yeah, that was one that is called Skinamarink. It's definitely. I mean, it might not be for everyone, but I really enjoy that one a lot, actually.
Well, in God, what was it? 97 when the first Scream movie came out. At that point, horror movies were kind of a joke, and this movie comes out. Have you seen it, Robert? The first Scream.
I didn't know.
Oh,
Not the first
comes
one.
out, and there's the opening sequence was just like it was just riveting. It wasn't like scary, but man, when that scene ended, people in the theater were just like, "Holy shit!" They were just talking amongst themselves, like, "Holy shit,
Really?
that was intense. That was incredible." No one expected the end result in that opening scene, and it changed like horror movies for a long time. I watched Scream 2.
And like the Blair Witch.
Yeah, yeah.
I walked out of that shit and I was mad.
I was
like,
too.
I want my fucking money back.
That was dumb. The last shot was kind of
So
creepy,
stupid.
but
Yeah.
again, it was just people arguing.
Like
It was just arguments. It was just bad acting arguments. But like I watched Scream 2 on Saturday. It's probably been 15 years since I watched it. It's not scary whatsoever, but I would call it a very enjoyable, scary horror movie.
Scream movies. In general, movies like Halloween and Scream, I don't care for movies where you have a guy with a knife walking after people. Like
it gets a little ridiculous with how they constantly miss the person they're trying to stab. Like, it's a little laughable at times.
Like, is he drunk? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like flings himself at like a wall. It's like, what were you gonna do if she didn't move? You're still gonna like slam into her.
Again, that shit to me was scarier in the fucking 70s and 80s. Like those types of.
Well, Michael Myers was scary just because. What is his motivation? This dude he's just stalking people and he's killing without judgment. Like that's kind of scary, But
that's frightening in itself.
Yeah.
It's not like Elm Street,
you got some stuff.
Elm Street, you have to be attached to, like, your parents had to be the ones that killed Freddy, for you to be getting the nightmares. So I'm like, well, I don't live in Elm Street, so I'm good. Because it was one thing if he was trying to get everybody and shit, but it was a particular set of people in Elm Street. I was like, oh, that shit don't affect me, man.
And it's one of those frustrations though, when nobody believes the person too. In a lot of horror movies, it's like no one believes this person, and it's just like, oh, what a
crazy
convenient that person only, no one else can see, or like in Scream, like the stupid stuff is she's shopping at a mini mart, and in the reflection of the glass at like the beer, the cold, refrigerated area, the ghost face runs by behind her, like in the middle of broad daylight in a store. Like, come on, that's just,
and nobody saw it.
That's dumb stuff, like that's what kind of takes me out of stuff.
Stuff.
But
well, but it's funny because this talk about kind of the slasher stuff. This weekend, the biggest movie of the box office is Terrifier 3.
That's hilarious.
Which is crazy.
Is that bad?
Well, it's crazy because that's literally like, it surprisingly. I mean, it's already outgrossed Terrifier 2, which that's not really a horror. It's more just pure
gore.
Slasher and kind of comedy. And comedy.
I saw it at the theater on the billboard. I'm like, Terrifier 3, like that's like at the theater.
Like, 1 and 2.
I've heard of them, but
because you can say that they're definitely horror movies, though. They're like
they're horror, but they're horror comedies. I would say, because
a lot of the sequels to Friday the 13th and stuff. A lot of the sequels to horror movies from the 80s just became ridiculous. Like, it was just like, how stupid can you get? Which that's what killed a lot of the excitement. And Scream was one of the movies that kind of brought horror movies back into the fun. Like, these are good. I remember Kevin Williamson wrote it. He was like the hot writer for a couple years after that. But
he's hot, huh?
That's why you got all those jokes always. That's why you got all those jokes. Even now, people are starting them with Terrifier. Terrifier 6, man, Terrifier in space.
No, but
it's always, eventually, it's so stupid. They're going to go to space. Every fucking franchise.
Yeah, that happened to Freddy. That happened to Jason. That happened to Leprechaun.
Hellraiser and shit.
Leprechaun, Hellraiser, they all went to space.
Yeah, Sandstorm, you talk about the TV series or the series of Evil Dead movies?
Terrifier is about that, like, the over-the-top kills. Like, they legit
it's like the Saw
animatronics, and they go insane with it, and it's just like, damn.
Like, the first Saw was really clever, but then it just, again, these sequels, they just got
I love the Saw
bigger
franchise,
and bigger.
Man.
One thing
so far, apparently it's really good. I haven't seen Terrifier 3, but I saw Terrifier 2 and really enjoyed it a lot. It's crazy.
I had to stop watching that one, man. That scene.
It's
Like I said,
legitimately the dirtiest movie I've ever seen in my life.
I have that shit where I faint when shit gets too fucked up. And Terrifier 2 in the middle has a scene like halfway through. I'm like, I was almost starting to like fucking faint and shit. I'm like, I can't. It's too much. Like it's fucking that whole scene is too fucking much, man.
It's so fucked up the shit they do.
Centipede type of shit.
Well, no, but they imagine like having it where like
That's just terrible.
they'll cut up every single little sliced piece of your skin.
The guy literally crouched.
Rip you off, and it's just so crazy.
That's Hellraiser.
The Hellraiser did that
The
stuff.
guy crouched.
Mortal Kombat type shit.
That's Hellraiser, man. With the box and shit,
just
the
for
hooks will
that
come out of that
scene.
bit and rip your fucking skin completely off your body.
Yeah, but I can do
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. The thing with that scene in Terrifier 2 is it goes on for like fucking 10 minutes where he just fucking butchers one girl. It is way too much. It goes way too far, man. And like he crowdfunded like $50,000 just to make that whole scene in practical effects. And you can tell it is fucked up, man. Like
it's so fucked up. It's so.
Or you could be a girl that is like that hates cockroaches and shit, and Freddy turns your ass into a cockroach and gets you stuck in a roach motel. Your skin's peeling off. And you turn into a fucking cockroach, and he squeezes you and shit.
I could never really handle watching The Fly, just the grossness.
Oh, The Fly.
That's nasty, yeah.
Some stuff's just too gross, man.
Any of that body horror shit, bro? Like,
it's just too gross.
Whew. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. Cronenberg, man.
Yeah.
Body horror is the worst. That's the most. I can't. Like
hanging from hooks and.
Yeah,
well, yeah. I mean, Terrifier is literally all body horror stuff. Yeah, but that's why it's like. Yeah. I did see that movie. I think it was Cronenberg, which is it was like Crimes of the Future. Was it? This was like a couple years ago. It's all like kind of like that body horror, like some weird things about like opening up people and just.
Cronenberg is a new movie. Shit.
Was it him? Let me see. Let me just check. Pretty sure it was
he
him.
went a little mainstream for a minute there. He did History of Violence, and he did Eastern Promises with.
Yeah, it was 2022. Crimes of the Future is called.
Okay.
Welcome to the horror movie podcast. Sorry, I clocked it. I know.
You know, we started with horror games.
I know, it was Retro's fault with the haunted house.
What's really scary is how much money I spent on video games. Jeez Louise. Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Nice.
Last I looked, it was available. It was still available at Best Buy.
Yeah, they're not sold. They're not going to sell out.
How many Switches do you got now?
Eventually.
8?
You're going to leave that in the box, right?
Of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, those are my personal ones. 5.
What?
I want to talk about Echoes, though.
You gotta get to 10.
Retro Death. I got 80% of the map. The only thing I don't have unlocked in Echoes of Wisdom is the upper left corner.
6. Sorry, 6.
You gotta get to 10, man. It's only 4 more.
And I gotta say, as a Link to the Past fan, I feel like there's about 5% of the Link to the Past map in Echoes of Wisdom. I'm not seeing it, man.
No way.
I'm not seeing. Yeah, here's the mound.
You have the original.
Here's the mound where Link's house would be.
The
castle's similar size, and then to the right of the castle, there's a spot with, like sand and like the rocks in the same spot. Otherwise,
yeah, you got the
Kakariko's completely different. Kakariko's completely different. Kakariko's like 4 houses. It's not like this whole.
It looks different, but it's the same map. You got the same map with the whole area around it. I can literally draw it out for you.
The way you described it, I thought it was going to be Kakariko Village, exactly the same, the way you described, 1-to-1. I thought you'd have the church. I thought you'd have everything 1-to-1. That's what I was expecting.
The church there and the graveyard. It's the exact same.
It's not the exact same.
And then you got the Lost Woods, and you got the desert, you got Link's house, you got the castle, you got Lake Helia, you got everything.
Lake Helia is completely different.
It's the same map, though. You can say it looks different. Of course it looks different. I told you, they added areas
it's not just because of the visuals. It's laid out completely different. Like, yeah, Kakariko's to the west of of the castle. That's the similarity. That's it. I mean,
that's not, man. I will fucking.
I was like,
I'm
like, man, I can't wait till I get to Kakariko Village.
Odyssey, walking thing.
I'm
now
like,
you have to do that.
I was like, I can't wait to get to Kakariko Village. I'm in this little village with 4 houses and a well in the middle, and I'm like, I wonder where Kakariko is. And I'm like, this is Kakariko? It looks nothing like. I didn't even know I was in Kakariko. That's how different it is.
The map layout is the same, and it factually is. That's something you cannot.
Like I said, just because Kakariko is to the west doesn't mean it's exactly the same.
No, look, you have the castle.
You're arguing semantics.
Link's you have the castle, Link's house. You got the desert area there. You got the fucking forest with the guy with the flute with the same forest setup. You got Kakariko. You got the sanctuary. You got the graveyard. You got Death Mountain, which now they've made the volcano there. That is new. You got the Lost Woods. You got the Death Mountain area.
Look at the map. I thought it was very similar.
Exact fucking same layout. That is all up for debate.
I thought you were talking about like screen for screen exact. The way you described it is exactly the same.
Because I said it is the same layout, but they stretch it out. So when you walk towards Kakariko Village, there's more screens to walk through. They added stuff to it, but it's the same fucking map. That's not up for debate. And they added stuff around it. Like, that's a fact.
Like I said, I agree. Kakariko's not to the east; it's to the west. The desert's to the south. That's pretty basic. Like, from what, like, basically the initial thing you said, I was like, man, that sucks. It's just basically playing A Link to the Past again, Link Between Worlds again. It's like, no. Like I said, it's about 5% of do I feel like, oh wow, this is A Link to Past.
Nah, that's not 5%.
Yeah.
Though.
I've like I said, I got this little tiny corner, and I'm still like waiting for the Link to the Past map to be in this game. Like, if you're just talking about locations being in the geographical direction that they were.
The map layout, yes, it is the exact same.
It's not. It's similar.
That's not for debate. You can literally look at the fucking image.
Like I said, if you're just
it ain't up for debate, bitch.
If you're just talking about to the north is the mountain, to the southwest is the desert, but other than that,
way more than that.
It isn't. I mean
it factually is though. Dude, you literally have the little hill where Link's house is.
Again, you're stuck on that. That's the only one. To me, I'm like, oh wait, that's Link's house. That's definitely 1 to 1.
Literally just named word for word everything around there.
Now I'm like,
even in the desert, half the fucking castle from A Link to the Past just broken down in the exact.
There's some similarities for sure, but
there's a lot. That's all of them.
But
everything is.
I understand why the reviewers didn't bring up A Link to the Past. Now it's like, if Retro hadn't said that, I wouldn't have thought twice. I wouldn't even thought about it.
That's because you maybe played halfway through.
I would have said,
Robert, you haven't touched it yet.
I would have said
again. That's because the reviewer. They ain't playing no damn game. That's all. That's all that means. They don't play as many games as they would like.
I have, like I said, just one little section of the map left that's still under cloud. Still cloud covered or whatever. And if, like I said, if you hadn't said that, I would have been like, all right, yeah, this is definitely not completely brand new. Everything's a brand new Hyrule. It's a similar layout as far as like north, south, east, west as A Link to the Past. I agree with that. I'm not arguing that. But from what you had said, I was just like expecting to be walking screen for screen and stuff. So that's, to me, it just feels so different on that front. That I guess I don't care that Kakariko is to the west. If it was to the east, I guess it wouldn't make much difference to me in this game, just because of how different everything else is. But yeah, I agree. The locations are in the same general directions. That I agree, but I don't think I think it was a little bit blown out of proportion. At least the way I took it, I was expecting like everything to be in the exact same spot. So I'm glad that. That's not the case, because it feels completely new to me in most areas I've been in. Like Zora's area, don't feel anything like
That's what I said. They added an area around the original map of A Link to the Past. That is new, yeah.
But even just even getting there, like it was a completely different way to get there for me. So either way, the game's great, and I honestly, if
that's what matters the most,
it feels more like what should have been the next evolution of Zelda in between A Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time. This feels like what the next evolution would have been if they didn't go straight to Ocarina of Time. Like, it feels like it fits perfectly in between the 2D old school top down to a full 3D Zelda game. Like it's crazy they went with the full 3D game that early, that soon. I guess it wasn't soon. It was a couple years after the N64 came out. But this to me feels more like what probably would have made more sense as the next step. It's a perfect blend of 3D top down style Zelda.
Initially, that's what they were doing. If you look at the early Zelda 64 stuff, it was a lot like almost, I wouldn't say top down, but it was kind of like similar. It was similar, and the characters were more chibi-ish than they ending up with Ocarina of Time. But yeah, so they probably went through that process in development as far as like that would have been the next game, but they kind of skipped over and made the next game.
And it's crazy. It's been obviously Link's Awakening remake, started that style, but I gotta say I was wrong. Like this game, I'm totally in love with how it looks, like the art style and everything.
Really?
Something about just seeing some clips of it, I was just like, I just don't like that plasticky look. These little, I don't love. I mean, the character designs are cute. They're definitely almost. They're not like bobblehead. Like what are those things that
Funko
I have?
Pops?
Like the Funko Pops or anything. But
Funko Pop, yeah. Not quite
I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't. I really like how it looks. I wouldn't have been mad at a more animated style, like a Minish Cap, but like really like awesome hand drawn HD, HD hand drawn, whatever you want to call it, like really sharp, really clean hand drawn animation style. I would like that too, in that style game. But for what it is, I'm just like constantly just like, man, this looks amazing. I'm playing mostly.
Well, that's the thing about
handheld.
the Switch is that we're getting the console and the handheld games in one system. Basically, this would have been on the 3DS successor or whatever, but
yeah.
And honestly,
happens to be a Switch.
I mean, unless something happens that, and maybe I don't know how far I did the first 3 dungeons, and then I did the 4th dungeon after the first 3. Like basically, the first 3 is like your first stage of the quest, and then more stuff and more quests open up after that. And unless something happens, like I'm not sure where I'll rank this game, like, but it's definitely up there. I mean, so far it's
high.
That's what I said, man. It's definitely at the top.
I'd almost
top 5.
I'd almost wish. I'd almost wish, like I said, I almost wish they went this direction before going full 3D. I'm glad, now the game's out. It's not like this, the game exists now, so it's like get it either way. But, they kind of, I wouldn't say got stuck, but the Ocarina of Time formula, they definitely did it a few times. And the last time I played Twilight Princess, the HD version, I thought less of it than my first playthrough. And I'm like, I'd rather play. I never thought I'd say this, but I mean, I'd almost prefer this style. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom to me, just take those aside. Those could not even be Zelda games. I'd still love what Nintendo did with that adventure that you feel like where we told stories for months about all the things we did. Everybody went different directions. Like that's just it's hard to even compare anything else to those. Yeah. But as far as just like, the rest of the Zelda games, man, I do really like this. I just
love how it feels like you're actually like using the Triforce of Wisdom, basically. Like as like your heart pieces are growing, I'm feeling like it's like I'm playing Zelda, but like she's actually using wisdom. Like a lot for the heart pieces that you find, there's like riddles to solve. You're using like your echoes to fight. At this point, I'm like walking around. I got like 3 wolves running around me and shit. Like it really feels like that. It's just absolutely amazing.
Sometimes it's a little disappointing to do a little mini dungeon, little puzzle thing, and it's like some grapes. Like I don't even make the smoothies.
I agree with.
It's like, come on, like.
Sometimes you do crazy shit. Woo, that was a lot of work, and you got like 5 salt rocks. I'm like, what the shit is this?
Yeah.
You got like 250. I literally today did something that was crazy. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get some sick ass reward for this. Like 50 rupees. I'm like, bitch, what do you need 50 rupees for?
Yeah, they could work on giving you some better rewards because.
Yeah, they have cool stuff in the game.
I'd rather have like a little collectible or like
Yeah.
outfits to wear, or just
So
some
like outfits, yeah.
just
like
some.
cosmetic
There
and-
are outfits and stuff and like equipable stuff. So when you do this crazy thing, you get 20 rupees. I'm like, man, that is bullshit.
Yeah, that's
They got even like optional bosses and stuff in the game.
that's a little bit weird because it's like you have the bed where it restores 3 hearts every like second, like every 2 seconds. It's like, why do I need to go to the store and take the time to mix all these smoothies and watch all it?
I only found that out like
And it's
recently.
like I just like sleep in this bed in 3 seconds. I have full health. You know, yeah. If I got 20 hearts, I need to do something different.
But now I have equipment where literally I mow down like 10 bushes, 2 fairies pop up. Like I'm getting like OP, man.
I hardly ever see a fairy, but the music is so freaking good in this game. It's just like I wish Tears of the Kingdom had this kind of music in some areas, like instead of the same Breath of the Wild music that I
There's
like.
so much Ocarina of Time in this game, man. Like Zelda's theme is in there, like some of the creatures and stuff. Like it's very cool.
Yeah, it's quality, and it's
Will it be nominated for the game of the year?
I don't know.
For
The
best
Kojima
family
one?
game.
It deserves it. It definitely deserves
I
to be
actually do think
nominated.
it will be. I do think
based
it will
on
be.
the critic score and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if people.
No, based on the critic score is why I'm saying it, because there hasn't been a lot of games that have scored over 90 this year.
Like I said, even the story. I love the fact that you're playing Zelda, but like Link's being a hero is spread throughout the land wherever you come. People talk about him and everything he did before. I think story-wise, that just really works well.
I don't know why people don't know who the princess of Zelda is. In like, they're not. I mean, yeah, it's a game, so they don't want you to travel an hour to get to the Gerudo Desert. But how do they not know who Princess Zelda is? They're like really close to the castle. You'd think they'd know who she was, but
I mean, in the beginning of the game, she still wears the.
But after your name's Zelda, like, oh, she's the princess. Like, I don't know.
Well,
it's just a little.
Well, I mean, that depends on the region. When you get to the Gorons, they instantly know who she is.
Do they?
Yeah, they instantly acknowledge her as Princess Zelda and stuff. Like, it depends on the view. Because I think even when you go to like the jungle, they have no idea who the fuck she is because these bitches never leave the jungle.
Yeah, it's
you know, like
shrubs.
they play with it a bit.
She ain't my princess, motherfucker.
It makes sense.
I ain't vote for her.
But yeah, it's just it was a surprise. I mean, I wanted to get the game, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm so excited, new Zelda game. I had my doubts about it. I had some reservations about it, but it's definitely. Yeah. And then
no Astrobot.
It's already had an Astrobot, so spoilers for the game of the year.
I had an Astrobot. Holy ho! I'm gonna.
But like I always do, I'll beat games, and then before the podcast or the game of the year, I usually go back and replay some games just to try to get the recency biased out of me. And so, all right, go back to this game. I'll go back to a game I played in January or February, and see how I feel about it now. And I was gonna pick up Silent Hill 2 remake, but I don't know, that $7 price tag, it's got to be really compelling for me to go back.
$70 gain, bruh.
And it feels like there was something else.
I mean, the game is going to be worth that money. It's more like if you want to spend it on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You can do what he does. You can wait till it's 60 and then buy 2 of them.
60? That's not low enough.
I got Halo Infinite for. What did I get it for? Let me see. I think it was only like $10. So.
It's not 343 anymore. It's Halo Studios. That's definitely gonna fix.
Studios.
That's gonna make sure the next game.
Listen. They're doing a good thing. They're actually emphasizing Halo again. This is.
Hey man, so far this game is good.
They're getting rid of that garbage ass lip space. That is a good thing.
But you enjoyed this a lot, right?
Yeah, the single player people really like.
Infinite was awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, but
I don't know. It felt like it was the closest to like fucking Halo and Halo 2 of any of the modern games as far as the feel of it. Like that's actually something I'm legitimately worried about switching over to Unreal Engine. Like, are you going to be able to give me that same? Because Halo has its own distinct feel.
Mm-hmm.
And, absolutely.
So I'm worried about that. But if they can figure that shit out, then I'm all for it.
Bro, I'm like grab a hook in on people and then like going around it. I'm
great.
like, it's almost like a Doom game for me.
Yeah.
It was going crazy.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
It was, oh man, I'm having a ton of fun with it. I was like,
oh, you just started playing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
lucky you.
yeah. Well, I mean, I played the
The only
multiplayer a
thing it's
lot.
missing is
I played
biomes. Like as far as the single player goes, it doesn't have that many distinct biomes, So
Yeah.
that's
I
the
played
only
a lot
problem.
of the multiplayer prior to the single player, which I mean I really enjoy. I don't I'm I was never that like deep into the Halo multiplayer in terms of like uh you know how people like literally it's their one and done game,
Yeah.
that's it till the end of time. So I don't know what specifically is like wrong with it with people like, but like as someone who loves Forge and all that stuff, they nailed Forge. Like it's not even close.
Yeah,
Like people are
yeah.
making full blown games out of it, and like I love
It
that
took
shit.
so long. That's the problem.
I
Maybe it's
never.
just that. Maybe it's just
There
that.
wasn't a lot. People hate on Halo. Like you just heard somebody hate on it. Like you have no idea what the hate is about or what the issues are about. The issues are
Yeah.
about the fact that it was mostly multiplayer, and the fact that a lot of the modes that everybody was used to when they play multiplayer was not there.
Was not okay.
And
That makes sense.
some of them are still not there.
And their season pass
Um,
structure was off the mark from what people
Yeah.
were saying. Like what you had to try to do
There's
to.
nothing wrong with the game itself.
Oh,
So
I do remember
after
that.
I
Yeah, I
had
do
problems
remember
with people. Oh, Halo sucks. I was like, well, the game is actually really good. It's the fact
Yeah.
that they haven't lived up to the standard on multiplayer that they used to have.
I just always remember like people were gonna, the graphics gonna be fucking amazing, and we got
But yeah,
drag, man.
It looked, yeah, because it looked bad with Craig. Craig was the funniest shit in the world to me. It was so funny.
I always thought the art style looked pretty good, to be honest. I mean,
Well, I'll say this, that it's you know what? I don't use a mongoose or anything. I just run throughout the whole world because
Yeah.
I run it. I
Oh,
use the
really?
control to scale mountains. So literally, I've used scaling mountains just by
Scaling shit. It's just fun to come upon an encampment and just go at it with enemies and shit. Like it's just so much fun.
And Robert, you're gonna miss the core aspect of the game. You're gonna miss all the emotional stories and everything.
all the emotional mongoose moments of
They
me driving
just
around.
added in. I don't know if it's. I haven't played it in a while. I don't know if they just added it in or not, but it's either close or it's in now. Third person mode, which is like
Oh yeah,
that's
I
like
saw that.
day one Halo shit, and they just got around to that.
yeah, and
Like,
that's 3 years later.
Yeah, and it's like what? And I like third person.
People are already like
Like,
memeing it, like, oh, Halo's going Fortnite and shit.
And it's funny, it's funny because I mean that's how it is always. Where it's just like, oh, game's dead or whatever, and I'm like, I just started playing it. What are you guys talking about? It's like, what you mean? I just started playing this.
my brother-in-law, that's all he played, and he's like, "Oh, I ain't playing Call of Duty. I hate Call of Duty." He bought a Call of Duty like 10 years ago now, and he's never gone back to Halo. I've never liked the bullet sponge. You pick up a shield, and it's just, to me, it just never gripped me.
A lot of bullets you gotta do.
Yeah,
For sure.
but the people that love it, obviously that's the style they prefer. I'm kind of out of the whole first person shooter like multiplayer stuff. I've been for a long time, but all I had to go off of was Roy. He meant Relapse. He's like huge in the Halo competitive scene and stuff, and he.
Yeah, I mean, when you get really into that nitty gritty, maybe there's stuff that I just don't realize or know about. That it's like, all right, but like it's just like with Smash, it's like
it's like people complaining. The
about
melee guys.
Yeah, the melee.
They'll
guys,
never be happy.
No, exactly. I don't think people will ever be happy with Halo, to be honest with you, either. At this point,
Yeah, it'll never be Halo 2 and shit again. I mean, but I think if it's a good game, you're gonna get new people who aren't gonna be whining about everything.
And to think about, the competitive people are probably the ones you should listen to the least, because they are so stuck in whatever little mechanical, whatever little exploit from the game that they know, and then that's not there. Yeah, it's like, in retrospect, thinking about it, I was like, I shouldn't have listened to that stuff, because it's like, you guys hated Smash 4. You don't like Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
Like, get the hell out of here. I get brawls. Like, to me, brawl just didn't feel right.
I get.
No,
it wasn't trash, but I'm just saying, it just didn't.
No, and it's ugly.
You got the tripping.
Man,
It's not ugly. No, hold on a
I
second.
think
Yeah.
Melee is ugly because it's
It's
all
looking
dark and
Smash
gritty
game.
and shit.
No, Brawl's the dark and gritty one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brawl
So
is
when
the
you
dark
look
and
at
gritty.
Melee, no, not
Melee
compared
with
to Melee,
the you
man.
had to
You
put
think
in.
Melee is dark and gritty while
Melee is
Brawl is
dark
what?
and gritty.
Yeah,
Come on,
I like
come
the way
on.
Brawl
That's
is.
because he didn't
You
see it.
should be better than this. Come on.
If you had an HD TV with the component cables, it was not dark and gritty. It was bright and looked great.
Yeah, I've never seen it dark and gritty.
Brawl is literally, that's what it's like. It's always like those memes where you have like Melee, and then Brawl's like some super super intense, really dark and gritty.
It got an actual like jean texture from Mario's overalls and shit.
Did it? Was it more floaty?
Brawl.
Was it? Did that have like a
Yes.
floaty
It
or?
was slow.
That's
It
what
was
people
slow.
hated it. Yeah,
It was slow. Well, it
You
was
had
the
the
slowest
tripping.
one by far.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
slow,
the slower,
yeah.
and it had tripping.
You had-
But
tripping was hilarious, man.
it also brought in so many amazing like single player and new modes like that
Yeah,
just
you got like the
introduced
stage builder and shit.
you
I
know?
thought the moves were great.
Brawl Final Smash, like that was where the Final Smash
Yeah.
came from, Brawl, you know. There's a whole lot of great things that
I
came from
didn't
Brawl.
hate it overall. I just there's certain
Oh.
things I didn't like about it.
For sure.
But Ultimate just is factually the greatest. Like people need to shut the fuck up, like this Melee guys and
mean,
shit. Ultimate is fucking so good.
Get out of here. Yeah, just go away.
Even
At
going
that
back
point,
to,
The
like-
only problem I have with Ultimate is that fucking Donkey Kong still doesn't have goddamn fur at this point. Like he fucking had it on the Wii U, you know.
He's like the
come
solid.
on.
Yeah.
Like,
you know
that's
what,
my
though?
only fucking problem with it.
They had to drop it down to 30 frames for him to have fur.
Mhm.
Do you remember when we went
I
back?
don't know, man.
When what?
Remember when
They
we
could
went
have
back
done
and played Wii U?
something. What?
You remember when we went back and played Wii U and how slow it felt to just die? When
Uh-oh.
it
Yeah.
was like getting really slow. It was like we never felt that. Like it was like, wait, why does it feel so slow all of a sudden? But
Yeah.
it just because Ultimate's a lot faster, way faster
Everything
than
about the Wii U is slow, bro.
I would say
Yeah.
Zero Suit Samus is better on the Wii U.
I love the Wii U, but
Oh, yeah,
goddamn,
yeah,
it
absolutely.
takes forever to start a game.
I
You know,
found
but-
I logged
Maybe
into
better than Brawl, man.
my Google
Everyone's-
Photos. I have it all like signed into my my main, like my personal, but my Terminator Juice email, I have a bunch of Wii U Smash photos on like in the cloud, and I was like logged
Nice.
in. And I was like, wow, like I have all these photos of like where you could draw on the screen, and like
Mhm.
there's a lot of Zero Suit, a lot of Lucina, a lot of
Zero Suit, huh?
Wii Fit, my main during that game.
All the women, man.
All the half naked.
Yeah.
Wii Fit trainer.
Well, not Lucina.
Mhm.
Lucina is fully clothed, but
Yeah, she is. But it was just crazy. It's like, man, I didn't know these photos existed. Like they're just somewhere in the cloud.
nice. That's awesome.
They're probably on my phone backup. Every time I switch phones, I always back up all the photos from my current phone, and I might have them on there too. But yeah, it was just crazy. Like going back to that game, it's like, man,
Yeah, it's a lot
It just
slower
feels
than-
way
than-
different. Yeah, it's just.
You're like,
We
wait,
should
what the hell?
play some.
But that's
find
what's
a
so
day, dude. We can
Cool
fucking play
about
Ultimate
Smash is
again,
that
man.
they all feel different. Is like, you know, people like to be like, oh, you know, but
I
it's
can
like,
see why
they-
the new game's out and it has little differences. People don't like it at first, but after
Mm-hmm.
a while, like, I don't know, just like
Also, the original is my second favorite. It just has a charm,
What?
man. Yeah,
no
yeah.
way.
The original is my second favorite. It has this charm that it just couldn't be beaten and stuff.
That
And
is my
the way
least
it
favorite.
looks
I
and
mean,
sounds and shit.
It's
Got this
the worst to go back to.
square ass Donkey Kong and shit. It's just so good.
Unless you
fun
have
to-
this version of it, Smash Remix. You
I
got
don't
this
know where
version
you
of
pull
it.
that from. This page just
Bro.
went like this. Unless you have this one.
Look, Terrell used to get me all the time. How you pull this shit out?
Well, I remember it being in back of you, but now it's just like, whoop, here it is.
I just whipped it out. It's magical, man. It's magic. But you could play as fucking Conker in this shit. Like you could play as Banjo Kazooie.
I
Like,
still
that
want to
shit-
get that.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So
Nice.
all the stuff that all the modern things. It has a lot of modern mechanics too, as far as what they did in Melee, and I don't know. if
So it's
there's
got
anything
wave
Ultimate in it.
dashing.
I believe, wave dashing is in this.
What?
Yeah. This is a
Jesus.
total remix. It's Smash remix. So it's crazy what the fans have done with the
Yeah.
original game at this
Careful
point.
having that in your house, man. Nintendo lawyers could be knocking on your door.
Yeah. They tripping right now too, so you be careful. They sending them ninjas everywhere, bro. The ninja show will be like, "It's your choice. What you want to do? We can go to the court, or you can just take this shit down now, and I don't have to kill you." And it's
Which
like,
actually,
oh,
they always talk
that's
about
when you
to
see
the
the
point of-
website or the guy puts up a post. Well, guys, that's it for this. That's it for this website. We're done. We're shutting it down. It's been great.
I mean, you literally have people fucking paying out of their pocket every month. It's not even like Nintendo needs it. They're like swimming in cash, man. It's just
to hurt people.
This is
bro.
off topic, but
they just want to hurt you.
This is my Black Ops 2 icons that I made, and
Nice.
this was Toph from I'm didn't even look up a guide. I just made this by looking at a photo.
That's nuts to me because my shit is garbage.
Then this is Azula. That was
And you
right
didn't
after...
look that up either?
No, I just looked at a photo. I looked at a photo online, and then I did a Toon
That
Link.
is nuts. Because
Wow.
oh my god.
I put a lot of time. I
Very
mean,
good.
I spent hours on these, and I just
Yeah, I
like
believe
the
it.
shitting,
It's
completely forgot they
Jesus.
existed, though. I think this was on the Xbox version. I think it was Black Ops 2.
crazy.
Um,
That's
but
like
yeah.
a remotely easy to do because like it's literally the shapes that you're playing with. So
That's
oh,
very good.
I forgot a couple, but it's all right. I did a Momo.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta show this. This one's like perfect. Again, I just looked up a
Super.
photo.
perfect. They're all perfect. They're all
This is fucking
insane.
perfect. Look at this.
Dude, what? How the hell? I just even the side of the ear with the whole little that's
See
crazy.
the layers? I don't remember how you
Yes.
shaped them and stuff.
Look at it. Look at those shapes and stuff. That
You
you
went
made
in
that.
on this shit, huh?
Then the
What the
Subaru
hell?
logo. Look at the shading I did.
You made that?
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
my god! What the? Look at the layers. Look at it's a square, a circle, and this man made that.
Dude, I
you know.
had some art talent. I just haven't done anything with it in 10 plus years.
Jesus.
Like, yeah, that
And
shit.
somehow I applied to Black Ops 2 is insane to me.
Yeah, that's the game you chose to use your art talents in.
You
What
didn't
the
pick up
fuck?
Art Academy?
You didn't pick up
Academy's
Art Academy?
I took
Yeah.
art class in like every year I went to school.
You should have done
There's like those
stuff. I didn't
people
see
that
him,
like still draw in like Microsoft Paint. Man, that shit is great.
but I didn't
Yeah.
see him draw. I didn't see you draw on Miiverse like that.
I did. I had Miiverse
Yeah, you were like
drawings.
fucking hating when we were playing Jackbox. You were hating on me, like, oh, you're just voting on my shit because it looks so good and stuff. And you draw.
I'm not
like
good at
garbage.
just doing a quick little cartoon sketch, for sure.
It takes a while.
Yeah, but that's why I thought on Miiverse you would have done a ton of. You would have been the most one
I'm
of
not,
some of the
what
most popular ones.
phone did I have
I used
during
to
the
draw a
Miiverse?
lot
I
on
had
Miiverse.
Miiverse drawings.
Fucking Mario Kart DS and shit. Like you can draw. What
Oh,
was it?
yes.
Emblems on that too?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like on the front
I
or
was
on the
like-
side?
I used to get intricate on this. I'm like, you can't even see that shit. What are you gonna look? Why am I spending so much time on this shit? I can't even see it.
I
in
wouldn't
the
know where
game.
it even looked for like my old Miiverse photo. I'm sure I saved them somewhere.
You go on
It's like
Miiverse.
an Animal Crossing. I would like design
they
my
have
own clothes
they
and
have a
stuff.
Miiverse.
Miiverse.
You look up Miiverse.
Oh, I
there's a whole
found all the
archive.
Smash
Types.
photos.
There's a Miiverse archive. You just look that up.
I
Yeah.
should have had it in like a video game. pic.
Miiverse.
I would have thought that I.
Let me look you up.
Backed 'em up.
Terminator Juice. How did you have like anything like
Or space or anything?
It
Yeah,
was
like
well my me was just T juice with the underscore.
Okay, I just found it. I just found your stuff.
Did you? So here's my
Yeah.
Smash 4 photos.
Can you share it?
Of course, old Zero Suit. Yeah, if you find share.
I was about it, yeah.
Look at... I was posting
Of
these
course.
though. I was posting these on the Miiverse.
Yeah.
Let me know if you see
Oh, wait,
see
hold
what
on.
I'm seeing.
Okay,
You see it?
that was Samus Returns or something.
Oh yeah. I see. Hold on.
See, this is all archive, man. They have
It doesn't
everything
have
archived.
everything. I looked at this before. It doesn't have.
Almost everything. Damn near everything.
It has more than what you what you have.
That's a
Because
stamp.
I have the.
That's what-
That's a stamp. I had the Art Academy game where I had some stuff and I took.
You did?
Yeah.
Can you look mine up? Oh, maybe you should.
Hold on, see if it.
now, now I know why GD
Yeah.
Kid loves this game.
Yeah, that was a Wonderful 101, I believe.
Let's see this guy.
You remember
Oh,
who
you
TD
did-
the
oh,
Kid
yeah,
is,
you
right?
were able to share
I always used to draw on
Levels.
that, man. That was so much fun. Like
or
drawing
no,
on
I was
the
in the YouTube video.
Damn it! Why don't I
He
have
said,
like?
I never
I
got
don't
that
know.
on Wii U. I'm so sad.
There's definitely gonna. If I don't know how much you have to scroll, but I definitely did a lot of
Axiom Verge.
the Xenoblade Chronicles. The
Oh,
game
shit.
still
All
looks
these
good.
notifications.
Absolutely, looks fantastic.
I love that character. Those two characters. You know how long it took to post photos? It took like 2 minutes to post every photo.
Yeah, and we did it all the time. So good, man.
Hey,
They need to make
I
more
was
of
playing
them.
this shit
There you
earlier. You know what
go.
I'm saying?
Little maidens in
Fatal Frame.
Blackwater costumes.
No, that's
It's a good looking game.
I ain't scared.
absolutely.
Oh,
Look at
there's
this.
a.
That
Oh,
game
I
is
drew that,
crazy
but
good,
that's
man.
not very good.
Oh, there you go. You drew that. Still better than what I would do on a gamepad, that's for sure.
What? You does it say the date for any of this?
Yeah, 2015, 2015, 2015.
Shit, I posted a lot on Miiverse.
Yeah,
I
man.
love Miiverse. I drew that.
Oh, no way. There you go. Is this something you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
Yeah, yeah.
Megatron is the nickname of the player on the Detroit Lions, greatest
Oh, yeah.
receiver.
Bro, look at that. The tiny little. And you did.
Yo,
Oh,
what
and
y'all did
obviously
to them
you drew this.
Cowboys yesterday? That
Mhm.
shit, they should be locked up for that shit. That was a crime, boy. And I was enjoying every minute of that shit. I can't stand
Why
that.
didn't I save? Why didn't I save all the photos? What was that one? Sorry, I was just looked over.
The team water slide.
Yeah. So that's pretty good.
And
That's a
I love-
cute drawing.
That's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then I love Splatoon where you make it like a little splatting.
Yeah. I have some
Who
talent.
saved this and how?
Oh, look at this.
That
Wait,
one.
Did you draw it? No, that's the stamp. Or is that it? You drew this?
I
That'd be
think
crazy if you drew this.
I don't
I think you
remember.
did.
I just like it?
196 likes.
Drawing.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
know
did.
stamp.
Oh my God. See,
I
look
guess
at
I did draw
196
that. Yeah.
196 yes. Damn.
What was the
Look,
other
ASAP,
one?
bro. Amazing, bro. How
I
did
probably
you get
spent
so
like a long time on
Practice.
hours. probably.
ASAP. That's a name I ain't seen in a while.
good? That's crazy. That's an insane drawing. That's a damn.
What was the other one?
It's taking me
above
back.
it.
This is taking me
Oh, that
back.
was like Ryu.
Ryu.
See, I don't even remember.
Only 2 people like
I don't even
it.
remember drawing
Oh,
that.
oh,
I have
you-
no recollection.
Look at this. What? These are
What?
great.
Can't
Okay, now
let
you're
you
going
crawl? What?
Hey, I know shading,
Now you're
man.
going
I know cross hatch shading. That's my specialty.
Very nice, T-Juice. Cool drawing,
You
T-Juice.
should have a
Awesome.
comic book.
Look, Shadow Fox. Good stuff. Shadow Fox approved.
DA Crow, I
The
remember
Crow.
that. ASAP Rel, he
I
just
just made
posted
this for-
something on
I guess
One
Twitter.
of my
just missed
biggest regrets is
Real nice.
I stopped trying to draw. How the hell did I start Guacamelee?
You did this? Yes, I did. It's
My
awesome.
shit's still on there too.
Okay, we gotta look up.
Well, let's keep going. There's some Bayonetta ones coming up.
Okay.
Just keep going all the way back to 2013.
Well, it came out in 2014. I guess we're still on 2015.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
was
all these
just-
posts. I mean, people didn't believe me when I said losing the Miiverse was huge, and people are like, "Oh, I never even posted once." That's what Levelhead kept saying.
It's for people who didn't post. That's your problem. Like
I never posted once.
I got posts.
That's
I got posts
that's
after
different.
Yeah,
this.
that's
different.
there's people who
You got-
claim they
that's
drew
post.
and it was looked just like that stuff. They
I
somehow.
mean, some of them, yeah,
Oh, you
some
can
of
take
them
a you can take a picture and put it over your screen and start drawing.
All right, go check out
Right.
retros. I'm gonna share an actual drawing that
I
took
ain't
me
back.
months. While you're looking that up, so
What
this
is yours? RetroDeath is RetroDeath?
No, you have a Ripley 4077, and the O is like a small O. No, it had the
Oh,
zero has
O.
to be a letter O, a small one.
So this is a drawing I did like a long time ago. Pencil.
Yeah, that X boy. That X is sex.
This is a drawing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything you see.
This
is
took me
stuff I drew.
months. I was going off a photo, and then I kind of just tweaked it.
Did we watch two
Photoshop.
things at once? No, I guess not. Damn.
Bring to it.
I got like a yarn Mario coming up
Hold on.
also and everything.
Hold on. Oh, yeah.
What are these?
Let me find it.
These different steps?
Look at that. Cool stuff. Was that a Splatfest thing?
Yeah, it's Splatfest.
I'm gonna watch what Robert's showing. Yeah.
I like this one. The
See,
Dream Eaters.
yeah, retro's good at like the cartoony, like drawing stuff quickly too, which we
Look
learned
at
from
the
that
yarn.
game.
Look at these.
Very good.
What a
Yarn
whoa!
Mario.
What is this? How's this? How'd you make this tiny and then made it?
Man, that took effort.
Yeah, we
Jesus.
learned
yeah,
when
I
we
mean,
played that game how Retro could
like
draw
a
some
Switch
shit.
or a Wii U screen.
Oh, that's dope. I
Wow,
like this.
that's dope. What is the? I can't see the original
140.
image.
Damn, you guys were getting yes like crazy, man.
Yeah, these guys
It's
People
because
were.
like it when you
we weren't
draw
making
stuff.
profanity posts and stuff.
Yeah,
Hold on a
we're
second.
talking
I'm
bitch
gonna have
dicks.
to look myself up now.
Not all of us were drawing.
I'm gonna have to
dicks.
get my Wii U out and boot up the Art Academy, and I didn't.
I gotta see if I got anything over 100. This user was banned from Nintendo.
The way it says that.
Hey man, that's my Minecraft thing, though. Mario
Hey,
Slug.
Here's an
That's pretty
example
good.
of of some cross shading that I did. Of the
Naked
Joker.
characters
Naked
in Video
guys.
Chronicles. What's with they? Y'all some weirdos, man. What's your character running around in underwear and shit?
Rebecca, she's already mine.
Oh shit!
We're very close. I was
Everybody naked. Everybody. I remember this shit.
hello to the dude squad.
The entire party of naked people running around. Oh man, I love that game.
How'd
so
you
much.
play Cyberpunk?
The
Did you-
memories?
Was your character naked?
Honestly, I don't even remember because it was in first person, so I didn't even get to like see myself.
It doesn't mean
I'm
that.
sure I did, but I don't really remember seeing yourself only in the mirror.
But they haven't modded that in yet. Surprised nobody's
sure I'll
modded in
absolutely
or third person
They probably did.
in that game.
That's one of those games. Like, why were no one's upset? That game had you could choose if you're a male character, you could choose the penis size and like all this stuff. The women you could choose like I want to say this your vagina and stuff. Like I don't remember exactly. No one cared about that. No one was up in arms about that kind of stuff. But then it seems like other things people do get up in arms about. It's like I don't know why. It depends on the game, but
It depends on the era we're in. That's what it is.
I think because it's an
The
RPG.
last few years.
Yeah. I mean, Cyberpunk
Because
wasn't that long ago.
They were trying to complain about Baldur's Gate 3 too. So
Oh look, there's
It's
my
like-
there's
so-
my drawings.
whoa, wow,
Well,
Cook's a tycoon type shit right there.
Just that little
What was
weak
the thing that? Where did you make? Was it a penis you draw that got you banned? What was
no,
it?
he just kept
No, I was
posting in
just cursing.
Xenoblade. Like he thought it was in the game.
Xenoblade chat thinking it was just in the game, yeah, that it wasn't posted in Miiverse. And you never could see it in Miiverse. That's the thing. You couldn't see
I
it in
remember that game.
Miiverse. That's the weird thing. So, damn
Bitch,
shame.
Rayman Legends. I'll never
Yeah,
forget
Here's-
the Emperor. He went to this Wii U like little
Oh, God.
thing. Jesus,
It's
dude.
so good.
I only got 3 likes to my team dog.
What's the
boy.
game below?
There's some Nickelodeon shit.
What the
bro.
hell is that? Oh, Jurassic Park.
Lego,
Lego.
Jurassic World.
God.
Yeah.
You playing some games, huh, bro? Lego
I'm
Jurassic
trying to see-
World.
I mean, I
Can you
must
go
have-
from oldest to newest? I wonder.
No, I don't think. Look at this.
No.
All the 10 days, 12 days.
Days of this Splatoon.
Oh boy, had a
Shovel
countdown.
Knight.
I don't know if I'd
It
beat
makes you
Shovel
happy
Knight.
looking at that stuff.
I'm
Again.
not sure if I've beat
Armillo,
Shovel Knight.
remember Armillo? Armillo's good.
Yeah.
Armillo. I loved Armillo. I bought it on.
Dude,
Steam.
17,
I love it so
18
much.
days,
You
19 days.
In the WeFit U community,
God.
people would just spam random shit in the WeFit community.
And people, by
What else you
people,
gonna
you
put
mean
there?
you.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Is this one of?
Yep, Mario Kart
oh,
tournament probably. Yep. Where'd you
actually
finish?
used in 19th place out of 20. It looks like.
Zen
Oh, 'cause
Gamer,
You can only have because you used to have a lot of people. So it'd be
Ruby.
like,
Gray.
used to be-
Jeez.
but if you remember, you could only have 20 people, like the top 20. So
Yeah,
I don't know who was how many there
those
were.
were the good old days.
My bad.
I
I
love
know.
mine. My saying was, I pity the
Fucking
fools.
40
who got
days
Wii
into
U.
Splatoon.
I know I had a Pac-Man thing that I was pretty proud of. My Art Academy.
Yeah, the Art Academy, I'd never finished anything, but I had started some stuff, and it's like...
Remember the Rainbow Curse?
Oh, here's my post from 1/31/2017. Can't imagine not having Miiverse to share stuff in Zelda Breath of the Wild for Switch.
Oh,
Gonna miss it.
Jeez.
damn.
I have many photos that I take in that game, like 700. That would have been some ridiculous Miiverse posts.
Right.
Oh, look. Majora's Mask 3D.
On Wii U? Oh, 3DS.
No, 3DS.
Oh,
you know,
my 4-year-old daughter just caught me in Mario Chase. She wanted me to tell Miiverse that, LOL. My 6-year-old son is up next. Nintendo Family Fun Time.
I had a Wii U Nintendo Land party planned, and after about 30 minutes, the guys looked at me and just like, "You got anything else to play?" I was so bummed. Jeez. I was so excited about getting the asymmetric gameplay and getting all this going, and like, we played Runbow for about 2 matches, and the most fun we had was playing that Trine 3 or whatever it was, Trine 2, 3-player.
Even just Nintendo Land, I would spend his entire nights doing multiplayer on that, man.
I mean,
wow, this game is trash. Can you figure out what game we're talking about? 9/21/2016. Wow, this game is trash.
Devil's Third.
No, I actually like Devil's Third. You probably never guess. It's Mighty Number 9. Yeah. Hold on, guys. I got the.
Look at, but imagine if this was real. This is my fantasy.
I'll be right back.
Oh man, love this, man. I'm so glad someone actually backed all this up. It's insane. Well, I guess it wasn't obviously it wasn't one person. It was a whole team of people that doing this. And I was so sad he was gone.
Able to do that.
I don't even know how they're able to do that. Because look, I mean, they got like. It looks like it's Miiverse, the profile picture. It does. That the fact that I was doing the smile, the sadness.
So you can search by oldest there, Robert.
We could.
Oh, look at this Yoshi drawing. Wow. Like, I searched by oldest, and then dude, I gotta share this.
All right,
it took me literally 5 seconds to find all these.
Damn.
So, Legend of Zelda, this is my first post, apparently. This was 2012, November 18th. The Legend of Zelda is me, Yoshi, Toph.
How about this? August
2014. Look, it's very similar to what my icons were in Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Toph. How do you play? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at it with the way you did the small Wii remote and the small. Damn.
That's doable.
And then, this was in the Wii U. This was the Wii U version.
You were able to like shrink the sizes of the.
Dude, use the stylus. It's not that hard.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, your Pro Controller and your Wii remote are not size proportionate.
Yeah, so
also by the way, I got 4th place in the Gamer Life thing.
They're not.
I was above you, dude. Got 4th place in his Active Gamer Life tournament.
So my most popular. So that Octoling was my most popular. And then I had 162 on a Hyrule Warriors post saying that this looks like PS2 graphics, because that's what people were saying.
Oh.
People just be jealous, LOL.
Oh, I got the letter. Remember that, T?
Oh God.
Bro, I did like 10 different posts on the letter. That's the whole game.
Oh, here's my Bayonetta.
It's like a 1-hour game.
This is less than. It's legit like I think 12 minutes or something.
Is that short? I can't remember. I know.
Yeah, it was literally like I think it was maybe max 20 minutes.
Oh, back in the day where I used to get so many solicitations for reviewing people's games. They're garbage ass Wii U eShop games. It was terrible. I remember one was called Dumpster Bear. That game. It was it was so bad. You played as a grizzly bear that jumped. It was a
Anyway.
platformer.
We
It
probably
was horrible.
we're just kind of he's
Getting
looking up our own Miiverse.
Miiverse, man. The
Sorry,
Miiverse catches you
good,
every
man.
time.
But anyway,
So nostalgic.
I have
It's
one.
some
I have a
receipts.
little
Now we can look
drawing.
up some of our other like news tubers and see how many posts they got on fucking Miiverse.
Right.
I bet you can count all 5 of them.
None of None of them, dude.
People made their careers.
maybe
over
we didn't talk about the new
Miiverse.
feature for the non-line test. We got.
That's how I was trying to bring it up.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think?
It's hopefully Miiverse. It's hopefully Miiverse too.
I think a community would be cool, but I just don't know, man. I don't know what Nintendo's. People are suggesting
also gotta see
GameCube
the-
streaming,
what-
cloud streaming.
Yeah.
Even if it, like,
It better not
because
be
it's
no damn GameCube.
I highly doubt it would just, for example, like downloading GameCube. Because why would you need a test? That is stuff they can test themselves. They
Yeah,
really
that's
want to
weird.
clear worldwide test where like
If
10,000
it,
people.
yeah, because
like,
10,000 wouldn't be enough to test like a cloud streaming. I mean, it'd be a first test, maybe. Maybe they'd bump it up after that, but I'm like, really? They're gonna add GameCube cloud streaming? Like that's the thing? Like I guess they're trying to add features to the online to make it more valuable, or to find another thing to charge extra for. Since it is online related, I mean, I'd love it if it was a more community thing, but I just don't know, man. I still feel like there's a chance it's gonna be something really lame. And Retro Death, you got accepted.
Yeah.
That's not bad, Robert.
I was 14 years old, 2013. So
Yeah, you gotta remember he was a little kid.
That's probably still how I draw Mario, though. I'm sure.
So if you guys had to
It's like we said, like why would it be like something like Miiverse? Because that's what we said. Why would Nintendo have like a bunch of fucking strangers interact? That's like a nightmare waiting to
Yeah, I
happen.
don't know. I don't see that happening.
what do you guys think it is then? Is it gonna be
Why
something
wouldn't it be
really
Miiverse?
stupid?
I mean, they
'Cause-
clearly say there's an app they want you to download. Like they clearly say going to be
On your
downloading
phone
something
or the
to
Switch?
to the Switch. That's
It's
what
gonna
they're
be a
saying.
separate thing, huh?
Why are they doing shit for Switch right now?
Maybe it's probably
Well,
to
that's
get.
why they're probably preparing something for the next system, and maybe like
Yeah.
stuff will carry over this time. Like what you guys keep saying, maybe it will carry over. So, and if they're gonna keep the Switch still, it's gonna be like a broad thing. I don't know.
Right.
I would hope that it's like an achievement kind of thing, because that's the main thing I've been wanting from them. But like again, even then, why would you need to test that? There's like GameCube games. Why would you need to test to download it? Like I don't know. That feels like stuff they could all do
Well,
internally.
maybe it has to do with the eShop. Maybe it's finally putting some life into that fucking thing. Who
That would,
knows?
be, that would be depressing. Like, man, I'd rather test out a new gray theme for my Switch then.
That'd be right in line with what Nintendo would do, though, because
But it's also because it's a week.
not
It's a
much
whole. It's like it starts like what tomorrow? I don't remember exactly, and it's like a week. You have like a whole week for it. So you would think they would constantly want you to be testing something. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like, if it is an achievement system, that would make sense. You have like a week to play the game to unlock some achievements. Like that is one thing that would make sense. But you don't need a whole fucking week.
Yeah,
to
they
play
wouldn't
GameCube
need. That wouldn't be a
games.
Nintendo Online like feature that they would need testing. I don't think.
Right.
Because often when you have play tests, it's like half a night or like
That's-
a weekend.
The
or
play
something.
test part of the name tells me it could be a cloud streaming thing.
Yeah.
Robert's not involved in this conversation. He's too busy looking up his.
Look at these
Those are
crazy
fake.
ass. No, these are the Art Academy stuff. This is
Oh, that's Art Academy where you
Academy.
can zoom in.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where people are actually making.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yeah, the legit artists
Look
doing
at
some-
that, Robin
look at
Williams.
that. Look at that.
how
Oh
the
my
hell?
God.
That is nuts. I mean, come on.
Wait,
On a
where'd you
Wii U
find this?
gamepad?
You just went into the Art Academy.
Yeah, I just typed in Art Academy community.
Yeah, you even have the community tabs for the games on the
Yeah.
side and everything.
Yeah, that's
Then
ridiculous.
how come I don't have my?
Look
how
at
come I-
that. I probably like that one, the link. I bet I have a yeah or whatever on that.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
I started following
Yeah.
people based on their art skills.
Is look at Splatoon, man. Splatoon really was the Wii U's like, this
It
that was
was.
the icon.
It was
for
the Wii U game.
Yeah, literally.
All right, let's get back to this feature because it's like,
Oh my
well, look at
God.
that.
Oh my God. You are too good, brother.
Unless somebody found a way to like hack it.
That's insane.
I mean, there's enough people out there. I mean, even though we use
you should see what people do with
14.5 million.
You can see what people do with Microsoft Paint, man. People can do the craziest shit with fucking crazy shit with Etch-a-Sketches, you know? Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
Limitation breeds creativity. A lot of people come up with some cool stuff.
It literally looks like it's Splatoon the game, like the thing.
That's why Nintendo is always so good.
Well, Art Academy promised like Deadpool, nice. They promised like extra features. They never added like some other modes and features. And I paid for the game. It was like an $8 purchase. And they promised like more stuff was coming and never did, but
they ended up just making a whole nother separate app. Damn, man, that shit is crazy.
So when is that test, Retro?
Tomorrow? Doesn't it start tomorrow, I think?
Tomorrow? And no one knows what's going on? What? 14th. No, wait.
Today's the 14th, 15th?
I think it's tomorrow. And
what
it's
are
like
what are the restrictions they sent you as if you're going to accept? Is there like...
Oh, I haven't seen anything yet. I have to look later still on the
I
page
thought
if
somebody
there's
posted
new.
something.
They just tell you to go back. I can look right now.
Yeah.
They just tell you to go back to the application page.
You have to download something or something.
You gotta sign your.
I don't even know how to. I always find it
Emma
via
Watson.
our group chat because Terrell posted it. I thought I had to.
Sword of the Berserk Gut Rage. Dreamcast is so good. Fucking phenomenal console.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't even try. I'm not an expansion pass. That's the thing. The expansion pass requirement tells me it's like gonna be another console, like another.
You see that?
Yeah, it's gonna be like that's why the GameCube thing has so much validity.
You wouldn't need like a week to test that.
Because that's a separate app. If it's cloud streaming, you would.
Maybe when it was a Nintendo, you would.
You want to test this if with everybody using it and stuff, maybe. Maybe it's a completely different hub for their their games. I don't know. It does seem weird though. Like, why would you do that now? Maybe it's just setting up.
I mean, even the recruitment period was 5 days. That shit was gone in like 4 seconds, man.
Yeah, literally, it was the.
Yeah, it's until when? Until 6th of November.
What would they think it was going to take that long to fill that shit up?
Why is there so many Emma Watson?
Here it says the playtest. Here it says the playtest starts the 24th.
A lot of Hermione lovers.
Oh, I think I was confused because the recruitment period ends tomorrow technically. The playtest starts the 24th.
That makes more sense.
Until the 6th. It's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks to playtest. 2
weeks. Jesus.
Well.
It's from October 24th until November 6th.
Another Emma Watson.
Dang, bro.
I mean, I'm a fan.
It's the fetish at this point.
Yeah, it's like one of the few real people's just Emma Watson. So bizarre.
How
bizarre. Look at these all day, man.
I would have drew her back if I was still drawing.
It says for the playtest thing, it says come back October 21st on this page for more information.
October 21st.
So literally next week you only get like more information on it.
Yeah, it's still another week. Well, it didn't say the time or anything, I'm guessing.
Was that the first Splatoon girls?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Love how I'm looking all this shit up for you guys to say on top. I can just watching like naked girls or some shit on Miiverse still.
There's no naked girls. It's just look. It's a kitty.
Look.
It's like Splatoon.
Yeah.
Zelda.
Emma Watson. Occasional cat.
What was that?
Minions.
That's a cool Minions.
That's super cool, Minion.
That's a
I
Nintendo
would
Switch stuff on
they could make a whole movie look.
That style looks better than the actual movie.
Yeah. That's a fun image.
Anybody in the chat have any ideas? Any guesses? What this new playtest is about?
I really hope. Obviously, I very much hope it's a Miiverse sort of thing. I just don't think
it's got to be something crazy.
And Donnie, how are you doing, man? No Terrell streams for like 2 weeks. You gonna be all right?
I miss Terrell streams. I love his streams. I always.
I know, but I'm saying he hasn't had one in 2 weeks, and apparently his
No,
internet's supposed to be back up.
It's a little creepy though. What is
It is weird.
Is that George or is
You're
that
right,
who
man.
is
You're
that?
gonna make it.
I don't know who that is.
That's hilarious though. That is funny.
Yeah, these
Damn,
people are
man.
way beyond. If you saw what I did,
What did you do?
I did a Smash logo so basic though, like compared to what these people are doing on Art Academy.
Is that Harambe? Oh man. That's hilarious.
Oh, what a time!
Yeah.
Ball, what
Oh, the
was it? The
Switch.
balls out for Harambe? Was that it?
2017. Yeah.
Best console Nintendo ever made.
It's creepy. Oh, Numa over there. Damn, oh, so many
The
different
Wii
art
U?
styles.
Best console.
If the Wii U
Nintendo
went
ever made.
this long, just think
Alien.
of the games we would have got. The Wii U lasted 8 years.
Yeah.
When it had the third party, stuff, but
That is a fucking screenshot, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It looks like the show. That's it.
it was cool because you could like switch back and forth from the TV to the gamepad to like see what it looked like.
Platoon cats.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What the hell? That's Nicki Minaj. That's crazy.
this looks like a
That
photo.
looks like Nicki Minaj. Yeah. What the hell? That is nuts.
But I think we'll get out of here. And it's I think
Cool.
yeah, everybody who drew had the Wii U. So it's like, did people buy the Wii U just like really good artists just buy
Some
Wii
people
U
definitely did.
just to
Yeah,
do
some
that
people
and
definitely
post?
did.
Or maybe that is the image. Maybe this is the. That would be hilarious if that is the photo. I don't know. There's nothing.
Might have had a
It's the-
pornographic.
Who knows? Deadpool. Nice.
God, Deadpool's been out
Hey, man.
that long. Already was it
2016?
2016? Jesus.
2016.
Yep.
Edge of Tomorrow
8
was
years.
2014. That's already been 10 freaking years.
Crazy.
That's craziness.
What? That looks like it's a screenshot of the game. Look, it's like with Mario.
That's amazing.
That's the depth. Like it looks like it's 3D.
Like you're about to
That's
die. You're
crazy.
getting hit and shit.
Hmm.
That's
Holy-
fantastic.
That's unbelievable. Iwata.
Wata.
Oh, is that Princess Mononoke?
Hyrule Warriors, baby.
Is that Emma Watson?
No, what is that?
Look at the
Can
Joker.
you make it bigger? The
No,
Joker's
this is the
incredible.
biggest
Yeah, you
ghost.
can hit plus, blow it up, click
Where
in
do you
there,
see
and then
plus?
blow it up.
That could be her
On
playing
your
Belle.
keyboard, motherfucker.
No, I'm clicking it. Does it blow up?
Look at that
No, you
Joker.
click it. And then
Why are you scrolling past that
hit
Joker
plus.
like it's nothing?
You can click
No,
it and
I'm-
it gets bigger.
I mean the Joker's insane, but this one looks real.
So is the
Hell,
Joker.
well, you want me to click on the Joker? But I can't
And you
click.
hit Control plus to make it
Oh,
bigger.
you want me to zoom in?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks photorealistic.
Crazy.
Wow.
I was gonna want you to zoom in on that naked Daisy.
Oh,
Whoa,
goddamn,
that's
look,
close.
it's
Yeah,
so
what's
That's
that?
cool.
What's that?
dripping
Liquid
there.
dripping there.
Joe's worth.
It's in water. Okay.
He's all blushing because he sees that in her eye. That's
Wow.
hilarious.
Yeah, there's
It
some
is
cool
horrible.
stuff on here.
Holy crap.
It looks like a real fucking burger, man.
Bruh.
Jesus.
Dude,
What are some of the? What are the totals of the Yaz at 2,500?
Oh my goodness.
Just- Lucina. Ooh, Rosalina.
Ooh.
Looking a little thick.
Very
Rosalina.
thick. Pandas. Nice.
You're not what's the fucking
That's
I
a good
always forget.
Bayonetta. That's a unique take on Bayonetta.
Yeah. Mario with the.
Look at the.
Is it-
They
is
even
it-
did like the depth of field effect.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
That's
nuts.
craziness.
Dude, I used to I love Miiverse. Like, I remember, I'll never forget it. Levelhead Gamer said, I don't think I posted once on Miiverse. I don't even know if I opened the app
Crazy.
after the first
That's a
day.
you problem, bro.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, it's like I posted constantly. It was awesome.
You don't have to open the app. You can be in a game and
See
just
people's
go to it from the game.
yeah, like just I
Like,
guess.
I always like going
to
to
do a
like the
separate-
dark siders page and helping people out and shit, you know, like one of the
Yeah.
I mean, that was the coolest thing about it. It's like, oh, here, guys, I'm here. I mean, obviously, you can go to YouTube, and but it's cool that you're in the game, and you can just say, hey, I'm stuck here. Look at this
And the
photo.
Zelda
Oh,
one looked
trash.
crazy. The Temple of Time one looked sick.
Iwata.
Fantastic.
At least
beast.
there's a lot. I'm glad there was a lot of Iwatas. That's very, very
Oh,
cool.
Bunny,
Judy Hops.
Judy Hop.
Oh,
Big ass Hops.
Some
They
furry
didn't get her
shit.
best attribute though.
how do they get it? It gives it the. It looks like graffiti. Like, how do you get that
Yeah.
look?
I don't know. It's so bizarre. Oh, another Zootopia Judy Hops. Animate. Oh shit. Oh, that's a crazy badass.
Yo,
Girl's
that
ass.
looks like right off the box.
Look at this.
I like
Yeah,
this
that's
Yoshi.
Why is he
poster
crying?
I like that style.
He's so stuck. Yeah.
That's cute.
Oh,
This is
Nice.
fascinating.
look
I
at
know.
the light flashing. What the hell?
I forgot
That's
about
a nice
archives. I mean,
academy.
I knew they existed, but I just
What?
That's
Super
funny.
Mario 2065. See,
Very
that
cool.
takes talent because you have to.
Yo,
This is just copying what you see, but the one above, trying to make it old,
the
what Mario would look like
making it-
old.
making it
That
better.
to me
Yeah.
is the hard, impossible stuff for me. I can
Yeah,
copy
yeah.
something that I'm looking at, but I can't age some like a
Out of your
cartoon
brain
character.
and age somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
That to me is mind-boggling. Like mind
Literally,
blowing.
you're creating a new character. Oh, Triforce Heroes.
Triforce Heroes, let's go.
Nice. Oh, the Rainbow Road. Look at the tiny characters in the back, but it's still detailed.
Daisy
You can tell
got
who they are.
splattered in Splatoon.
Oh, I like
crazy.
that Octane.
Drenched Samus.
That's
Oh,
cool. See,
That's
that
so
had somebody
bad.
had to think that up and draw it.
Yeah. Jeez, man.
All the
The
Hatsune
beer all
Miku
day.
shit.
Square
Hot
the
dog
hot
versus
dog,
hamburger.
That's amazing.
That's
That's
amazing.
amazing. That's amazing.
God, I like that the minion style
minions,
in a hand drawn look.
Looks
There
pretty
really
good.
is a theme. Platoon. You got some other stuff like
A
Mario.
lot
and
of
Zelda,
Splatoon
and then
though. There's been a lot.
A lot of
A
Splatoon. Yeah.
lot of Splatoon.
What is that? Hold on.
Simon
is
Baker.
Who
that?
is it?
Almost looks like David
Mhm.
Duchovny or something. What the
It's
hell?
Simon
Simon
David
Baker?
Duchovny.
Who is Simon Baker?
I don't know.
The whatchamacallit? The actor
Simon
from
Baker.
what is the
The Zelda
That was
one
the
looks
end.
sick.
Crazy.
Was
Yeah,
that the
it's
dude
crazy.
from like the where he the
Deep Blue Sea?
mentalist?
Is that him?
Is it an
Oh.
ass? Go back up once.
No, it's
Oh,
no.
that's a lantern.
What are
I
you
can think of him
thinking?
from is that movie?
It looks like an
Something
ass.
New.
Yeah, he was.
Sanaa Lathan when
He
when
was
he
in the
takes
he was the
Sanaa
mentalist.
Whoa! Look at
Yeah,
this.
I'm trying
Devils
to.
Wears Prada.
That
The Guardian show. Let's
He was in
see.
Devils Wear Prada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he.
The fuck was he in that?
Who was the love interest
Like,
in?
What the hell? Yo, that's to say the reflection.
Oh yeah, he was. He was that fucking snarky. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was in that.
What
Damn.
movie was he? Like
You-
a charming.
He was in something new, right? 2006. Look it up.
Yo, this is insane. That's cool. Very cinematic.
That's what I remember him from.
Oh my god, look at this! That's
What?
insane.
What?
This looks like an
It
amiibo
looks like
box.
a straight up real meat. Get the fuck out of here.
That's insane.
Get out of here with that. What?
That is
You know,
crazy.
that should have like 30
Look at
million likes or
Look at
yeah.
this.
Here's a
This
drawing
looks
I
like-
did.
What?
Yeah.
Look at this. That looks real. That shit.
It does look real. Dude, look at the depth, like the 3D on this. This looks like it's a screenshot of Mario.
That's-
I'm sure he
Yeah.
looked at a screen. Probably looked at a screenshot.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm
How do-
sure. Still.
what is like? How you? Huh?
Like I
Crazy.
said,
Well,
it's
that's
easy.
crazy.
It's way easier to just mimic or redraw or something that you're looking at and just capture it.
Not for me, it ain't. You say that shit all you want to.
But like coming
To
up
me, it's
like
easy
this,
for you.
to me, drawing like a an inkling with her hand on the window on a rainy like window. Like that's the hard stuff.
I just saw. I didn't even see Patrick until right now. I was like, wow, that's hilarious.
Funny. That looks very cool.
And like me, I'd be drawing stick figures like a motherfucker.
Exactly. I mean, literally every single one of these is just incredible.
I think I have.
These are all great at this point. They're all great. Wait, what was that?
Are we still live?
Yeah.
Are you guys bored with us watching this?
So I just found.
Oh, look at this! Oh, this is a super nice photo.
I remembered I had my art book down.
When was that?
On the
When
floor.
was that made?
2015, 7/14/2015.
Oh, so it was right after.
Jeez, that looks amazing. I would. You could get a poster of this. This looks incredible.
And video Sakurai did only what I was amazing that he just released.
Jeez.
Yeah, 64.
Yeah, literally looks like.
Holy Toledo! I thought that was somebody's. I thought that was somebody's screenshot of them playing the fucking game.
Insane.
Virtual console. What?
Insane.
Hey, I found my art. I realized my art book's down by my feet. You know who this is?
Is that supposed to be Lara Croft? Or
no, it's Catherine Zeta-Jones. It's not the most accurate. But
I see it.
But it's really damn good.
This was my sketchbook.
Better than anything I could do.
Yeah. Jeez.
Gwyneth Paltrow from it was a magazine. Yeah, I'd spend months working on some of these.
Months? Damn. Damn, that looks good.
And this has just been sitting down here. This has just been sitting down on my floor next to my desk for years, decades. This is like almost right out of high school.
It's the same guy again with the link.
Yeah, I've seen that one. It's repeated.
It's a different drawing, but it's definitely the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
No, my art teacher called me. What is that? The what Lamborghini is that? Murcielago.
Diablo.
The Lamborghini Murcielago.
One that just passed?
That green one, yeah.
Oh. Nice. Pigman. Your name. What was it?
I'm looking at like this art which I showed it earlier. It's like I can't believe I drew this. This is like.
Oh my god! How do you get the texture to look like food? What? That should look juicy and delicious.
Oh, this looks bad.
Bruh. The original crew. The original crew.
Yeah, it's just crazy how everything looks like they're different textures. Like, and that's low.
There's a crystal love. Boy, love that crystal.
Nice.
All right, well, I think we should probably end the stream.
Yeah, we should probably end.
Anybody watching still? Let me check. We got 20 people going through this.
Really? Oh, watch this Miiverse.
We got more people than we had earlier. They're loving this Miiverse, this archive verse.
They're all furries too.
Yeah, that's what we should do from now on.
We're just gonna look
archive verse for podcasts.
Holy shit!
Damn.
This is
that looks terrible.
This is
that looks terrible.
That looks terrible,
good,
man.
Poor Hermione, she looked like an elf in the back.
Yeah.
I'm not, and listen, I can't do anything close to that, but I know the reference photo.
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't work.
So I just found.
That looks sick.
Not to interrupt here, I just found something I drew like 20 years ago of a theater room back wall, and it's a lot like what I ended up doing, and I forgot this existed. Like, it's crazy.
So it's in your subconscious.
Yeah, with these two columns around the door, but I have an actual door and then like some sound treatment.
Oh, you you mapped it out?
Dude, this was I must have drew this probably when I got this house 18 years ago.
That's crazy. Look at the 3D perspective.
That's
the GoldenEye level.
That's GoldenEye, yeah.
Wait. Bring that back. I'm missing that. I missed that.
Look at that.
Bruh.
See, that's
What?
to me, that's the hard to like come up with.
And it looked like this guy looks like he's
That
claymation, man.
That's impressive.
It's super impressive. This ain't
Why are you guys wasting your time on Miiverse? You should be out there
They
making films.
practice. It's all practice.
People who can do that on Miiverse, trust me, they're doing shit, man.
Oh, of course they are.
I got a Hillary.
They're not saving their
got-
talents for Miiverse.
That's a funny one.
So for a while, I had this idea, and it probably wasn't the most original idea, but I started printing out photos, and then I would trace them like a comic book, and I was gonna like do a whole series, which I did a bunch, and it looks pretty cool. I'm finding this old Hillary Duff I did back in the day.
I was gonna say, was that ever an ambition to like do your own comic or?
I was just like, I thought it looked cool, and I got a printer, and I was like, hey, if I print this out and use a Sharpie, I just think it looks cool, and I did it all the time back in the day. I see people do that, like I've seen people do it now.
I have comics written, but I can't draw shit.
Rose McGowan from Charmed. See how cool? I just print out the photo and I just outline it, and it looks cool. Like,
yeah,
I did this literally probably 18 years ago. I'm sure somebody did it before me, but
Oh, another one of this guy. He needs to make some concept art for the next Zelda game, man. He's good at that.
he probably is a concept artist right now, or we know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What the
Wow.
How did he do
Wow. That's insane.
Oh, look, this guy again.
Yeah,
He's really good at this
Metroid,
kind of style.
Underwater Metroid looks great.
Oh,
This is
Surreal, like surreal art.
Mm-hmm. That looks crazy. It looks like it's kind of a big game.
all right. Well, people still watching.
we-
I don't feel bad though. We're not doing anything.
Hey, they're
Yeah.
enjoying the show.
I'm looking through my old sketchbook and stuff.
They're hoping more crystals come up, you furries.
Nice. Look at that.
A
That's
photo of my
crazy.
I
buddy.
ain't here to kink shame nobody.
Yeah.
Do you, my friends? Do
Oh, that's awesome. Rock, paper, scissors with the Paper Mario.
Check this
Out of
out.
laboratory.
I was me and my
Bro.
friend of mine were gonna do a home theater, B2 Custom Home Theater, LLC business. We
yeah?
had business cards and everything.
Yeah.
we didn't have
Hey,
any.
pretty far with that.
We didn't have any financial backing or anything.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't have a plan. It's
Well,
like
you had to
it's
get
like
out of your area. You had to go everywhere.
That's a street cabin.
well, the problem is like we weren't gonna buy all the stuff and then
Right.
like get paid at the end. Luckily, one guy was like, "Well, I'll buy all the equipment and you guys hook it up and I'll just
That's how
pay.
he's
I'll pay you the
calling back.
labor." We're like, "Yeah, we couldn't be spending $10,000 on."
Well, yeah, you can't. That's the way you got to do it. You go to him with a budget and say, "Hey, what do you want?" And then you fill it out. You
I
write
helped
it
him
down,
pick
right?
out the
That's
right
what you need.
equipment, and
Right.
he's like, "I'll just order on Amazon and you can hook it up." But the other
Oh,
people
wow.
didn't want to do that.
I mean,
so.
that's what I do when people want something filmed or whatever. I was like, "All right, so what's your budget? What do you want?" You don't pay for that shit yourself and then hope they give you your money back.
Yeah.
that's bad business. You won't be in it for long.
Yeah, my buddy did concrete for somebody, and then she didn't pay him.
Holy shit.
Mm.
That's
He was
nuts.
gonna go
Look at
like,
this.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we going to Home Depot, mama. I am not paying for this shit.
But all right,
All right, we got enough.
we gotta end this.
It's
There's some good drawings in here,
sad that we got to go to the internet. We can't even get on our own
and the
Wii
Miiverse
U
is gone.
to-
Yeah, the Miiverse is.
Yeah.
Look at all this art that would have been lost forever if this people
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
Shout outs to
Yeah.
Archiverse,
Absolutely.
however they pronounce it. There's that
Shout
guy
out to
again,
Rob. This guy needs to be making content.
I bet
should
you
have-
find
If it
him.
had 2 eyes in the archivers, that would have been
Yeah.
the way to
Yeah.
go.
So yeah, we'll be back next week. Maybe we'll just look at some more artwork for 2 hours.
We ain't gonna have no Switch
We'll
2
see
to
you
talk
guys.
about. That's
Oh, that's badass. This guy's good, man. Oh, he's got look at this. Oh,
Oh,
Whoa,
BVS.
whoa.
This guy.